everyone, and welcome to the Ice Forum at Champlin for Section 4 AA high school hockey action. Tonight, the Coon Rapids Cardinals and the Champlin Park Rebels take place in the first round of tournament action. Joe Young and Jerry Grant on the sidelines for you. Jerry, the Cardinals and the Rebels have met 3 times so far this year. All 3 times the Cardinals have come out ahead.
Yeah, that's right. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing tonight. The oh no, here we go again factor is very important. If the Cardinals can get an early lead, jump on the Rebels right away, they're going to start thinking, oh no, we can't beat these guys. It's really important for them to get the first goal. However, if the Rebels can jump up like they did last time and get up at 3-0, it could be tough for the Cardinals. So I think that's key tonight.
Now, it is the start of a brand new season. When you get to the playoffs, the Cardinals know that it's win or go home. What do they have to do to move on?
Well, I think, first of all, they have to do their man-and-a-half slide forecheck to perfection. They want to get turnovers on the Champlin Park end. Champlin has a hard time scoring goals, as Joe will tell us, or Howie will tell us in a minute, Joe, and their leading scorer has 15 goals. They have a hard time scoring, so I think it's really important for the Rebels to put the forecheck on themselves. The Cardinals are going to try to do the same thing, and Howie will probably tell us more about the Rebels.
And of course, the Cardinals have all-conference goaltender Adam Gronlund between the pipes.
Yeah, he's played outstanding. Last time we broadcast the game a little while back, they were playing Elk River, and he had an outstanding game early on. I think if he plays up to his ability, they'll be tough to beat.
All right, well, as you mentioned, Jerry, on my other side is the infamous Howie Shapiro to tell us a little bit about the Rebels. What do they have to do coming in?
Well, Pat Janaston, the head coach for Champlin Park, told me, he says, they need to be creative. They have to find the open man, and they've been having a lot of trouble doing that. One thing Jerry says, they have to get on top first. He thinks that Adam Gronlund is the best goalkeeper in this conference, and they want to get on the early lead against them.
And coming into the game, of course, as Jerry mentioned, the kids know they've lost to this Cardinal squad 3 times already this year. They're maybe attitude-wise real ready to just let it happen again and let their season end.
Well, it could be, but they thought the change of scenery. They're sitting in the visitors' box tonight on that side. Maybe the change of scenery in this building, instead of sitting on the home side, they're sitting on the visitors. Maybe that'll give them a little spurt.
Well, I'm guessing they may be in the home or in the visitors' box, but they will have plenty of hometown cheering here at their Ice Forum in Champlin. It's the Cardinals and the Rebels, Section 4 AA Boys Hockey.
Usually road construction doesn't make the headlines, and who wants to hear about another crime? And does it really matter if a group of school kids are testing the water? But what if this all happened in your neighborhood? What if that road construction is on your street? What if that armed robbery happened at your bank? And what if those kids go to your school and that river runs behind your house? Wouldn't you want to hear about it?
The best way to get rid of scrap metal like this is to recycle it. Scrap metal includes steel, cast iron, aluminum, bike frames, pipes, and chain link fences. You can bring your scrap metal to the Recycling Center on Wednesdays and Saturdays from 9 to 3. Or you can save it up and bring it in to the Recycling Center on special recycling weekends every spring and fall. Watch your mail for details.
Boyfriend wants to know if that girl will go out with him. Pass it down.
Hey, Grandma, ask the girl on the end if she wants to go out with this loner.
The young man wants to know if the girl over there is a donor.
Somebody wants to know if you're an organ and tissue donor.
Yes.
Hey, me too.
Are you a donor? Make sure your family knows your decision so there's no question later.
We are just seconds away from puck drop between the Cardinals and the Rebels. And this game is underway. The quarterfinal round, or actually, it's even more preliminary than that in the Section 4 AA tournament. Cardinals quickly putting in the pressure. Turning it around is Brian McLean for the Rebels. Joey Olson from the midboard. Shot right on. Deflected away by Dave Mackey. Around near side, high off the glass. Played in the neutral territory by Travis Anderson. Cardinals work it far side. Brian Rolfe tips it in. The Cardinals will get a line change.
Good shift by the Cardinals in the first shift there.
Long pass, and not quite fast enough. Stepping in offside was Luke Micheletti, and that'll bring up the first whistle. There's a look. Ryan Provost, Ben Harris, and Brian McLean, the starters up front for the Rebels. Started with Dustin Wagner and Blake Risner. Aaron Vanjowski, the netminder.
Yeah, good shift by the Cardinals, I mentioned. They had nice forechecking pressure. They dumped it in a couple times. They were tip in the zone. They had a good shot on goal. That's exactly what they wanted, Joe.
Their starting lineup of Bossy, Olsen, Rolfe. And here's a chance for the Rebels. And a penalty coming up as Dallin Pender was taken down for the hook. Almost on a breakaway against Gronlund.
Yeah, there's no choice but to hook him on that. He almost had a clean break going there, and that would have been a great scoring chance for the Rebels. Just we mentioned the pregame, Champlin Park really wanted to get that first goal, Joe.
Another look at it. Pender getting behind the defense. Matt Greenhill getting the stick around him and pulling him down. That'll give him 2 minutes in the box. The Cardinals out for their first kill attempt. Digger Anderson sends it all the way down, swept around behind the net. Behind the net now is Darren Pender. Dustin Wagner across center ice and into Cardinal territory. And stepping in offside was Dallin Pender.
Yeah, it's a mental error there. You want to get your power play set up. You don't want to go outside as your man has open ice, skating into the zone, right? Little jitters, first game in the playoffs, and you know you played this team 3 times. There's a rivalry here in the TC Suburban West. And yeah, just first couple minutes, you just want to get some comfort zone here, get a couple hits in.
Controlling off the get-go is shot from the point, tipped to the corner by Gronlund, goes up over the glass. We'll have a whistle.
Simple overload in their power play by the Rebels. They're just trying to work the side wall. They're trying to high-low it, get the points and shots, it looks like. Get somebody in front of Gronlund and screen him. That's the way you have to beat him, Joe. You got to put pressure in front of him. You got to screen him because he usually stops for the shots he sees.
And you're going to want to try and get rebounds as well. Into the zone now is Ben Harris. Deep in the corner with it is Eric Rodmacher. Back to the point. Harris on the midboard. Rodmacher coming out of the corner in front of the net. Shot right in the chest of Gronlund. Rebound. Gronlund the save on that as well. Back to the point now for Brian McLean. Rodmacher on the far boards. Into the corner and back up top for McLean. Fires it back down. It gets around right Provost. Into the near corner. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Puck goes around far side. McLean will keep it in at the point, but Derek Berry sends it all the way down, or Matt Ammenrud sends it down for the Cardinals.
Rebels had good support in the zone. They had a nice job setting it up, Joe, but they weren't getting it anywhere to shoot any good shots.
Travis Anderson pressured by Matt Morelli. Gets it around. Jeremy Hill swats it all the way down the ice, and that will kill the Cardinal penalty. Far corner is Luke Micheletti getting back up, keeping the puck. Pass is cut off by Scherf. He dumps it in near corner. Jeremy Hill loses it. Pressured by Morelli. Coming away with it is Darren Pender. He's tied up by Matt Greenhoe. Morelli puts it back behind the net, coming around far side. Dustin Wagner. Luke Micheletti upended at mid-ice. Cardinals turn it back in. Wagner behind his own net. Near boards, pass cut off by Travis Anderson. Back in on the goaltender.
Right now, the Cardinals, again, playing a very controlled style. They're doing a good job. What Champlin's trying to do is they're trying to spring a man with the far blue line, trying to get an outlet pass to him. Defense is reading it very well, Joe, and what they're doing then is they're trying to open up the neutral zone so far, and it's not working yet for the Rebels.
Face off deep in Champlin Park territory. Icing called against the Rebels. Face off again, coming to the right of Aaron Vanjowski. Just a sophomore between the pipes for the Rebels. Winning the face-off is Ben Harris. They fire it around far side. Keeping it in is Derek Berry. Dean Milanovic. This is Dustin Wagner. In, tried to leave it for Harris. Knocked away. Center ice. This is Milanovic in a race far side with Darren Pender. He goes around behind the net, trying to get it out front, but coming away with it is Ryan Provost. Into the Cardinals zone, stops up, pass is cut off. Ammonroot fires it up the board, stopped at center ice by Pender. Pender fires it in on Gronlund, who saves it to the corner. Derek Berry, near corner for the Cardinals. Gets it to center ice. Dan Mossy has it bounce away from him and turned back into the zone by Dowlin Pender. Cardinals back to center ice. Racing for it is Joe Vantoni, or Blake Risner rather. And Risner will come away with it. This is Luke Micheletti into the zone, drops it off for Pender. Shot is stopped by Ryan Scherf. Scherf keeps it behind the net. Far side. Pass too far for Joey Olson, tipped into the Champlin zone and turned back out by Dustin Wagner. Ryan Scherf near boards for Joey Olson, knocked away from him by Blake Risner. Deep in behind the net and losing his feet. Penalty coming up against the Cardinals. J.J. Jarvie. Note Dan Mossy.
Not a good penalty.
2 minutes for tripping.
In the offensive zone, you don't want to be tripping people with their stick. Cardinals need to get some flow here. That's their second penalty already, and they need to not let Champlin get opportunities, because the first time the Rebels had good possession on the power play. Didn't get the quality shots they want, but they did hold the zone. They did get good opportunities, so this is a challenge for the Cardinals right now to try to kill this one off again.
9:18 to go, first period. No score between the Rebels and the Cardinals. Rebels just starting their power play. Brian McLean, near side for Ben Harris. Up for Rodmacher, but knocked off his stick and out of the zone by Digger Anderson. Jeremy Hill gets it into the Rebel zone, but turned around by Harris. Rodmacher across the blue line. Knocked down, and a penalty coming up against Digger Anderson. They're going to call him for holding.
Yeah, they grabbed him, and I guess you can call that a hold. The referees have, and the Cardinals now are going to be down 2 men.
And that's tough because Rodmacher a lot smaller than Digger and just tough. You can't reach out and grab him with the one hand.
Yeah, he grabbed him around the shoulders, up around the head, and that is going to be called by just about every referee. And the forward had good speed, too. Champlin Park showing some good speed in the neutral zone right now, coming through that area. Cardinals got to start tightening up in that area a little bit.
Two-man advantage for 132. In the corner is Dolan Pender. He sends it back to the point and then gets it back in the corner. Back to the point for Harris. The shot right on. Gronlund saves and covers for a little activity after the whistle. Luke Micheletti getting his stick in there.
Yeah, if the Rebels are going to take that point shot, they better get a couple more men in front to screen Gronlund. They got a two-man advantage. When that puck goes to the point, your forward's got to sprint to the front of that net and get in front of the goalie so you can get some screens, maybe get a rebound, because Adam will save those.
Face-off coming up to the left of Gronlund. Nice job by Ammonrud to keep Morelli off the puck. The point is Pender. Back for Morelli on the sideboards. Pender up top. Walks in, fires. Gronlund to save. Rebound. Save. Behind the net, Dolan Pender. Gets it back to Morelli. Darren Pender at the point, walking in. Takes the wrist shot high. Gronlund to save. Micheletti in late with the sticks, and all Cardinals pushing him out. And they're going to call a couple of penalties. Micheletti going to the box, and I think they're going to call one against the Cardinals as well.
Well, right there, the Cardinals are showing the Rebels that crease, they don't want anybody in there. So,
well, the referee is showing him at the same time that they can't go in there and hack away at the goalie after he's made the save.
Yeah, that's a good thing, because that shouldn't be allowed, and it's also a good thing to have your defenseman come in there and help your goaltender out.
And on the part of the Rebels, a terrible penalty to take. You're in a 0-0 game. You have a two-man advantage, and rather than having it for a minute and a half, you have it for 35 seconds.
Yeah, it's something that's called discipline at this point of the season. You got to be disciplined.
And I think what's happening is they're going to call a penalty against Adam Gronlund. Going to the box for the Cardinals is Nate Howe to serve the penalty. And he wasn't on the ice, so I've got to imagine it was called against Gronlund.
It would have to
and that does hurt. Then it is still going to be a two-man advantage for a considerable amount of time, because that 2-minute penalty doesn't start for another 56 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. You got to clear the board of the first one when you already have two men in the box. So Cardinals are in a very distinct disadvantage right now. They're in trouble. They need to get through this part of the game, because this could definitely cause them some problems if the Rebels can get that power play going. They've been able to set things up. They went to the umbrella there, as you saw in the 5-on-3. They had a couple nice shots. Gronlund stood his ground. It's tough to kill a 5-on-3 for a long period of time.
And now another Rebel going to the box.
Well, the refs are filling the boxes up here.
Not sure exactly how that all went down.
Yeah, the old Champlin Hotel here at the Ice Forum.
Well, after all that, it's 4-on-3 hockey. A power play with a lot of open ice for the Champlin Park Rebels. And we're playing on an Olympic-sized sheet of ice.
Yeah, right now you want good speed. You want to use that speed in the outside lanes. You want to get the zone, and then you want to set up something here. Probably a box and one, or it can't be a box and one, just a box probably power play. See what they do.
Travis Anderson tips it to center ice. J.J. Jarvie, first man to it, on the run, shot high of the mark. Comes around the near boards and into neutral territory. Rodmacher gets it across. Out front, chance for Champlin Park, stopped, cleared by J.J. Jarvie. Brian McLean circling in his own end. Gets around Rolf, knocked away by Joey Olsen. He sends it down deep. Turning it around is Aaron Van Joski. And this is Rodmacher. Across the blue line, winds, fires. Gronlund to save. He'll hold on. And we'll have a face-off to his right. Dan Mossy 1 second away from ending his penalty, but will not return immediately to the ice.
Yeah, right now, Cardinals
Except,
are...
wait, I think it's 4-on-4 after this 1 second.
If they're offsetting, and they don't really tell us that, but we'll find out. Here he comes out of the box.
Big blast from the point over the net. Morelli tracks it down. Pender tried to pass it across. Derek Berry.
So right now with all those roughing penalties, we're playing 4-on-4, Joe.
So it looks like there are going to be 2 offsetting roughing calls and an additional roughing call against...
the Cardinals are going to go on a power play. A real short one, but here they go, 35 seconds.
35 seconds.
But might not... There you go.
Ryan Scherf turning it around, but that is quickly diffused by the Champlin Park Rebels. Derek Berry throws it in deep. Van Joske stops it behind his net. Joey Olson, first one there for the Cardinals. Spinning in the corner, coming back out, looking for somebody. There's the goal. On the back post was Ryan Scherf. Joey Olson did a great job of coming out, keeping his head up.
Beautiful job, Joe.
Looking for him.
Yeah, what Olson did is he controlled the puck behind the net. There's a lot of room back there. He had his head up. He did an escape move. He walked out, forced the defender to make a decision. The defenseman made a decision to go over to him, left the back door open, and a beautiful pass for a goal. Olson's been hot lately.
And he does a nice job. He doesn't do anything too fast, just nice and smooth. Looks for the open ice and then looks for the open man. And excellent placement by Ryan Scherf on that back post, putting it behind Van Joske and giving the Cardinals the 1-0 lead. And they got it on the power play.
Yeah, and that was only really
35-second power play.
Third attempted shot of the period, so you couldn't ask for a better item for the Cardinals.
Ammenrud in the corner, leaves it for Olson, tried to get it back to Ammenrud all the way around near point. Digger Anderson keeps it in. Ammenrud looking across. It's broken up and gotten out of the zone by Svensson. Anderson laid him out pretty good. Some fans here wanted a call, but not going to get it. Gronlund makes the save. Another faceoff coming to his right.
Yeah, it was a pretty good check. I mean, he hit him from the side, so it was from behind, and he used his shoulders, and maybe a little cross in there, but maybe more gloves and sticks, so they decided, we'll let that one go.
Well, Digger likes to hit. He was the leading tackler for the Cardinal football team, and so he's used to hitting
and he
without
took a few
the stick.
hits, right? Yeah.
Circling is Darren Pender. Tried to go near side, pass too far for McLean. Broken up and turned around by Ammenrud. Flipping it in is Ben Harris. Travis Anderson plays it. And now J.J. Jarvie cutting in. Turned around by Harris. J.J. Jarvie gets it back in. Harris picks it back up. And bringing it in, taken away by Ryan Scherf. Ryan Provost was coming in. Greenhoe fires it around the boards all the way down. The icing has been waved off. The Cardinals will get a line change. Circling is Darren Pender. Sidesteps one man, now around Mossy. Mossy gets a piece of him, but he gets it to center ice. Morelli trying to get it to Provost. We've got a whistle and a high stick called against Darren Pender away from the puck, and that will give the Cardinals a full 2-minute power play.
Yes, it will, and we've had a penalty fest here in the first period. A lot of stick penalties and some roughings, and now the Cardinals showed that last power play they had, even though it was brief, they showed some pretty good puck movement out of the corner. Let's see if they can do that again.
It only took them, I think, about 28 seconds, 27, 26 seconds, something like that.
They only had 35, and they knocked it off in short time. So if they get the zone, they're good with it.
Joey Olson with the puck, flips it ahead to Travis Anderson. Anderson across the blue line, watched in the corner by Wagner, but gets it behind the net for Rolf. Gets it back to Travis Anderson. To the point for Scherf. Behind the back for Rolf. Rolf loses it, and it's going to go all the way back down. Adam Gronlund will have it. Mike Austin giving chase for the Rebels. Turned around by Ryan Scherf. Near side for Dan Mossy. Cutting towards the center. He'll gain the zone. Looking to pass across for Rolf. It's cut off in the middle. Broken up by Scott Kilcucky, but not able to get out. Ryan Rolf had a chance at it, but Van Josky had it long enough to draw the whistle. And that whistle a little quick, Jerry.
A little quick on that whistle, but you know what? That's good for the Rebels. That puck's bouncing around. I wonder sometimes they still freeze pucks, you know what I mean? So, pucks are supposed to stay on the ice as much as possible. These babies bounce a lot. I don't know if it's what they're made out of. They seem still to be hard material, but pucks bounce a lot.
Well, the puck's been moving quite fast so far tonight.
Yeah, both teams have showed some pretty good speed. They've broken out well. Neither team has been able to really forecheck, but then again, it's hard to tell because we haven't had much 5-on-5 hockey.
And a lot of back and forth hockey. McLean gets it to the line, but not out. Jarvie on the near boards. Greenhoe in there helping him. McLean taking Jarvie into the boards, gets it back to Greenhoe. Ammonrood at the point, moves it across for Derek Berry. He lost it a little, brings it back in, tried to get it out front for Digger Anderson, and cleared the length by the Rebels. Yeah, Ammonrood picking it up behind the net. Morelli giving him all kinds of pressure. Morelli loses his helmet in the corner, and we'll have a whistle.
Yeah, I was about to say the Cardinals are doing what they want to do in the power play. They're getting it to the point. They're trying to get some shots, and they're really looking backdoor. They're focusing on getting that puck to the back door every time they can, and almost got it again that second time there. Some pretty good hitting, Joe, and it's clean, hard checking, what you'd expect in the playoffs.
Clean with how many penalties?
Well, I think, the
what
referees
they're
calling it pretty tight. They're not really getting out of hand. They're just calling a lot of stuff so far. Trying to
but no love lost between these two teams.
No, there is not.
36 seconds remaining on the power play for Coon Rapids. Greenhoe is stood up mid-ice by Matt Svensson. The puck comes to neutral territory. Ammonrood pokes it back out, gets it back. Derek Berry to J.J. Jarvie at center ice. He lost it, turned around by Svensson. Greenhoe into the zone, knocked off his stick by McLean. Swenson gets it to the line. Berry gloves it and keeps it in. Jarvie on the near boards. Played off it by McLean. He'll send it the length of the ice, and that will kill the Champlin Park penalty. Gronlund plays it away from Svensson, near boards. Ammonrood tried to get it all the way ahead, but Dustin Wagner knocked it down, sent in by Svensson. Digger Anderson behind the net for Coon Rapids. Pass too far for Ryan Rolf. It gets behind the defense of Dustin Wagner and will go all the way down. And we'll have an icing call, and I'm not quite sure how they called that icing, as it slipped past the defender at the blue line, but...
Yeah, well, it slipped past them, I guess. And I was going to mention that power play of the Cardinals. The Rebels did a lot better job that time. What they're doing is they're really jumping the puck carrier. They weren't letting them set up. They're pressuring the puck. Better job for them, and they got through that storm very well.
2:25 to go in the period. Micheletti is stood up by Scott Parento. Coming around near boards, Wagner keeps it in. Taken off the puck by Parento, who sends it around behind the net. Jeremy Hill with it. Backhanded attack, knocked away by Micheletti. Provost tried to get it in the center, knocked down by Travis Anderson. Far pass intended for Milanovic. He eventually sends it into the corner. Turned around by Wagner, and this one will go all the way down. And we'll have an icing call with 1:41 to go. Face-off coming to the right of Aaron Van Josky.
Yeah, when you're under 2 minutes in the period, you got a 1-goal game. Now you really need to do a good job on face-off. Sometimes people don't spend enough time on face-off coverage. It's very important in your defensive zone. You don't want to give up a good shot off a face-off play.
Ryan Rolf off the face-off. Fans on the shot. Turned around and sent up ice by Ben Harris. Ryan Scherf fires it back to mid-ice. Stopped and sent back in by Blake Risner. Scherf near boards for Joey Olson. Travis Anderson can't get it out. Turned around by McLean. Shot, save made by Gronlund. Scherf takes Provost into the boards hard. But the Rebels keep the zone. Brian McLean with it. Backhand blocked by Scherf. In the corner, Provost. 1 minute to play in the period. Coming off the midboards, tried to pass out front for Harris. It goes into the corner. Cardinals trying to turn it up ice. Joey Olsen had it but lost it. Turned back in by Ben Harris. Travis Anderson winds, fires off the boards. Kept in by the Rebels. This is Rodmacher out front. Tried the backhand, goes wide of the mark. Ryan Rolfe. And a whistle. I think we got another penalty. Nope, we got net off the moorings.
It's off the mooring, yeah. Well, it's a good thing because I'll tell you what, that was a very nice play by the Rebels as they came streaming in with Rodemacher coming out. He's a shifty little guy, and he's able to find some open space.
There is going to be a penalty coming up against the Rebels. Number 6, Ryan Provost.
And he's one of their first line players this evening. Let's see what happens.
See, yep. Provost, I think, was right out front. Yeah. He took a shot at Gronlund after the puck went by the front of the net.
A little retaliation maybe for getting tied up in front of the net, and the ref, no matter what happens, they usually see the retaliation.
I think one of the refs used to be a goalie. They seem to be protecting the goalies quite a bit.
Yes, they are.
Either way, 37 seconds of power play to end the first period for Coon Rapids. But off the face-off, it's controlled by the Rebels. Dustin Wagner will take it back down to his own end. He'll fake the shot. Now he'll fire it down. Stopped near mid-ice by Derek Berry. He plays it away from the Rebel defense. Digger Anderson, it got too far away from him, sent all the way back down by Wagner. Berry flips it off the boards all the way down, and an icing call with 8.8. Take another look from a different angle. Now watch Provost coming in from the left of your screen. He's swinging around in front he's swung around by Ryan Scherf. And then he gives a little elbow. To Adam Gronlund, and maybe Adam might have done a little bit of the fish flop.
All right, knocked the post off, made it look real good.
Hey,
it's a penalty.
Got the whistle automatically, and hey, penalty. And he's only a junior. He's already playing like a veteran.
That's right. But the Cardinals better start playing like veterans on their power play. They'll get 8 seconds here, but then they'll get to go regroup and try to draw something up and come out fresh.
They'll still have a minute 19 to go on their power play starting the second period, unless they score right here, which I'm guessing they won't as Darren Pender sends it back in. Travis Anderson knocks it down off the boards. And that'll do it for period number 1. The Cardinals convert on their first power play. It was only 35 seconds long, but they only needed 27 to take the 1-0 lead. We'll be right back with the second period after this.
He didn't look. He didn't listen.
It's like him believing that if I could see him, that I could stop the train.
He drove right out in front of me. Didn't he know that sign meant yield?
Takes me 1.5 miles to stop. 1.5 miles.
The whole time I'm just praying that she would just move. She didn't move.
Welcome back to the Ice Forum here in Champlin. I'm here with head coach Jim Rue. Jim, obviously it's important to get off 1-0 first score.
Yeah, we jumped out on a power play here, but we've been shorthanded almost the whole period, and that doesn't help. We're trying to get a flow going to the game, and it just doesn't happen when you're down a guy.
Yeah, I was going to mention a lot of penalties called. Do you think that's commonplace for a playoff game?
No, they're just little dumb things. I mean, if they attack our net and we don't retaliate, we're not in the box, so we just got to use our heads a little bit, stay out of the box, and start skating, get the flow, dump it back down in their end, and put a little pressure on their D.
Okay, now that you're up 1-0, you go back in between periods. What are you going to tell your squad?
Well, that's, basically we got to stay out of the box and we got to put pressure on their D. A lot of standing around right now, not a lot of flow to the game. It's, whistle, stop, whistle, stop. We want to get it in, keep the puck moving, make their defense have to handle the puck, and that's where we had them before. They cough it up, and we get some opportunities on that.
Are you happy with the way your lines are playing right now?
Well, if we had a full line, I'd let you know. We haven't had a full line for very long. They've been shorthanded for most of the period, so we'll find out second period. If we shore up on that a little bit, we'll be all right.
All right, Coach, good luck between periods. We're going to send it right back to the booth, guys.
Well, thank you very much, Howie Shapiro. And Jerry, funny enough, that's pretty much just what we were talking about, that we didn't see a whole lot of 5-on-5 hockey in that first 15 minutes.
No, we didn't. And Coach Rule is exactly correct on that. I mean, the shorthanded game, when you're playing with different line combinations, different players, you're getting no flow. There's no rhythm to the whole team at this point. They're going to have to go back in the locker room, talk about playing 5-on-5 hockey, talk about pressuring their D, forechecking their D, wearing their D out, and talk about staying out of the box by, like I say, not retaliating. If a guy hits you with a stick, big deal. In the playoffs, you can't hit him back. Okay, you got to be very disciplined. And I think, Joe, you're absolutely right there. 5-on-5 hockey's the key.
Well, the Cardinals get the lead, and it was kind of odd because it was right after a whole bunch of these penalties, and the Cardinals ended up coming out with a 35-second power play, and kind of in the mix of things as people were figuring out how many people were on the ice. Joey Olsen found himself in the corner, found some room, nice pass, just a little flip over the stick of the defender. Ryan Scherf, excellent positioning on the back post. That put the Cardinals up 1-0.
Yeah, what happened there on the left side is Dallin Pender took a gamble. He left his feet, he slid to try to block that pass. It didn't work. I mean, you have to take a gamble. That's a play that defenders make all the time. It didn't work for him. It certainly worked for Joey Olsen. He saw that, was able to dish that puck off to the weak side. It was a very nice goal.
Now, the Cardinals, however, have not been able to put as much rubber on Van Joske as the Rebels have put on Gronlund. They trail in shots 9-4.
Yeah, and that's something they want to really work on this period. They want turnovers. The Rebel defense can turn the puck over. According to the last 3 meetings, that seems to be a key to Coach Ruth's game. He wants the puck down in their end, and he wants the turnovers for shots.
And there you see it, 8 penalties in the game, 16 minutes of penalties, and only 2 of them offsetting, so we had shorthanded all but
a couple minutes if you add them up, but our stats department's figuring out right now that not much 5-on-5 hockey. Really, I mean, these players should be well rested for the second and third period because they're not playing much.
Well, we will take a short break and be back with more action from the Ice Forum at Champlin right after this.
I'm made of skin and bones.
I'm made of muscle.
Eyes, nose, my imagination.
Forgiveness.
All I think and all I feel.
I'm made of skin and bones.
What's inside me? Love.
Honesty and truth.
I give you love and hope.
We are made of many things. Every piece is special. Please help prevent child abuse. I am strong. Powerful.
So what are you made of?
We must all be more diligent about not wasting energy. By George, I think I've got it.
It's elementary. We face an awful waste of energy. To find a remedy, it's up to you, it's up to me.
We all agree it's true. The world has got a major job to do. If we might just review, it's up to me, it's up to you.
Please don't waste energy.
It was called the greatest generation any society has ever produced. They were ordinary people who half a century ago did nothing less than help save the world. Millions served in uniform, millions more served at home, and nearly 500,000 gave their lives. And yet there is no national memorial to honor their sacrifice. It is time to say thank you.
Call now and help build the National World War II Memorial.
Just underway at the second period from the Ice Forum at Champlin. The Cardinals ahead by a 1-0 score, and they start the second period on the power play. Travis Anderson at the point, gets it to Ryan Rolfe down deep. Dan Mossy in the corner. Back up top. Back to Mossy. Bringing it in, shot, save made, and holding on for the faceoff is Aaron Van Josky.
Good rotation on that power play. The Cardinals working the overload off the wall very well. What they're doing is they're rotating men. They're trying to get people lost in their coverage so they can walk to the middle like they did there. They just walk to the middle. Good shot from the high slot. Nice job by Van Josky making that save.
And just 4 shots in that first period for Coon Rapids. They really need to put some more pucks on the net.
Agreed.
Behind the net is Darren Pender. He flips it off the boards. Joey Olson in the corner for Coon Rapids. He'll take it behind the net. Ryan Rolfe on the midboards. Back into the corner for Olson. Tried to go back to Rolfe. Rolfe was going for the corner. Travis Anderson gets it back to Rolfe. And some more miscommunication. Coming out of the corner is Joey Olson. He'll circle back towards the boards, played by Matt Morelli. Up top for Travis Anderson. Morelli blocks the pass. And here comes the break for Brian McLean, trying to go around Scherf, loses it into the corner. McLean in there to tie it up. Mossy in to turn it around. The Rebels are full strength. Travis Anderson tried to tip it ahead, turned around by Provost. Scherf gets it to Rolfe. Dallin Pender pressuring him, but he gets it out to neutral territory. Ammonroot breaks up the pass. Big shot, very high of the mark. Van Josky tips it away. Rodmacher coming from behind the net to Dallin Pender. Tried to get it ahead for Micheletti. Knocked away by Anderson out front, and chance for Pender. Micheletti got the pass there, but Gronling got just enough to knock it away. Hill tries to get it out, but can't. Kept in by Darren Pender. Micheletti couldn't get a stick on it. Turned around by Matt Greenhoe. Near boards, knocked away by Micheletti. Out front, Rodmacher backhand Gronlund to save. Greenhoe sends it to the near boards and out. Racing for it, Wagner gets there first, keeps it away from Matt Ammonroot. Wagner in the corner. Goes behind the net all the way around. Stopped by Ammonroot back in front. Behind the net is Ammonroot getting a shot. Turned away. Micheletti gets it to center ice. Travis Anderson turning it around for the Cardinals. Darren Pender coming back the other way for Champlin Park. Across the blue line, winds, fires. Gronlund the save into the corner. Travis Anderson picks it up there, gets it ahead for Mossy. Trying to get it to Olson. Too far. Slides all the way deep into the corner. Scott Kelkucky tied up by Mossy. Sent around. Near side is Provost. Center ice, Ryan Scherf turns it back around, dumps it in deep for Coon Rapids. Darren Pender behind his own net, coming around near side, fires, kept in by Travis Anderson, but he couldn't quite get it before the blue line, and we'll have an offside call.
Yeah, it's a good 3 minutes of action without a whistle there. Problem for the Cardinals is the Rebels had 2 forwards behind their defense, and luckily Adam Gronlund was able to make the save, Joe, because they had some miscommunication there, and that did not look good.
Faceoff coming just outside Champlin Park zone with 11:35 to go. Second period, Derek Berry off the faceoff, flips it in deep. Chasing it is Kelkucky. He gets it around to the far side. That pass broken up by Milanovic. Rebels turning it around. Digger Anderson knocks it back in, but sent back out by Blake Risner. Derek Berry turns it around. But now McLean getting it into the zone for the Rebels. Loses it. Picked up by Provost. Shot wide of the mark. Near side. Kelkucky tried to drop it in. Digger Anderson puts him down. And now Dallin Pender trying to come out of the corner. Taken down And Brian Provost rather. Digger Anderson will be whistled and sent to the box, his second penalty of the night. And the fans down there wanted a penalty earlier than that against Digger, but he was down there hitting people left and right. He had Brian McLean on one side, Brian Provost on the other.
There goes the first guy.
That's a good hit against Keltucky. That's a good hit against Provost. And then here comes the penalty right there, and that's a good call as he tripped him. And the two earlier hits, though, were good.
Joe, he used his body in the first two. On the third one, he used his stick. When you use your stick, you're going to get a penalty.
Darren Pender on the point, working it towards the middle. Shot right in, but hit traffic. Scherf sends it all the way down for Coon Rapids.
Good shot by the Rebels. They're using their points, trying to get the screens and the rebounds. That time they didn't get one, but a good opportunity for them.
Matt Greenhow breaking up the pass from Darren Pender, but his pass was a little behind Jeremy Hill, and swinging up ice is Luke Micheletti. Micheletti going to the corner. Scherf knocks it away from him. Dolan Pender feeds it back to the midboard. Out at the point, Darren Pender wides it, fire save made, rebound. Morelli gets it back to Pender, and Jeremy Hill got it behind Pender, but Pender was just able to get enough stick on it to keep it away from Jeremy Hill. Almost had the short-handed breakaway.
Great hook check.
Pass behind Luke Micheletti. Scherf turns it around. J.J. Jarvie into the zone, knocked off his stick by Wagner. Wagner coming up ice, troubled, but gets into the zone, drops it off, and knocked away from Ben Harris, and all the way down. 38 seconds to go in the power play. Rodmacher loses the handle, drops it back for McLean. Far side, and now Harris into the zone. Behind the net he goes. Ryan Scherf cuts it off on the far side. They collide. Close call. Rodmacher trying to shove it in on the near post. And now Ammenrud through this neutral territory, shoots wide of the mark. Far side, Provost. J.J. Jarvie turning it around for Coon Rapids. Turned around again by the Rebels. Scherf keeps it in Rebel territory, and we've got a whistle and an offside call.
Oh, good, just an offside. I thought maybe we'd have another penalty there, but right now both teams are just playing cat and mouse in the neutral zone. They're checking a little better this period. Not as many opportunities, but a couple of mistakes almost have led to goals.
I would have to agree.
Good
couple
goaltending.
Close calls.
Both goaltenders are playing well today. They've made some good saves. Adam Groundman had about 5 saves in a row again off the pads.
Gronlund leaves it in the corner. Digger Anderson coming up the near boards. Make his way through. He keeps the puck. He's upended, but gets it into the corner. Ryan Rolfe there. Joey Olson as well, but coming away with it is Nick Smith. Gets it past Mossy to center ice, turned around and dumped in deep by Derek Berry. Keltucky, far side. Wagner, long pass, is a little behind Svensson, but he will find it and dump it in. Travis Anderson in his own corner. Passes behind Joey Olson all the way down for an icing call.
Yeah, I'd say one thing, maybe our Anoka viewers out there would be interested to know this. Just to repeat, Anoka, the girls team, won today 6-1 in the quarterfinals. They had 65 shots on goal against Austin, and they'll be playing Hibbing tomorrow night in the semifinals. So that's
state tournament.
The Twin Cities Suburban West again going after it in the state tournament. Girls and I'm sure in boys this year as well.
And of course, if they want to be atop the state tournament, though, Austin is not the team that you're worried about.
No.
Ryan Scherf breaking into neutral territory and into Rebel zone, flips it wide to the mark, far side for Milanovic. Milanovic working it up to Jeremy Hill on the near boards. Circles in the corner, back to the point. Greenhoe turns and fires right on. Van Joski the save. Micheletti almost had the pass at the blue line, but tipped away by Anderson and Scherf. Pender keeping it in on the near boards. Now cutting across, that's Blake Risner actually. Travis Anderson circling for the Cardinals. Far side for Milanovic, too far. Risner plays it away from him. Coming off the boards is Provost. He's got speed. Played to the corner by Digger Anderson. Out front, big shot and a big save by Gronlund. Coming in all alone in the slot was Ben Harris. And a great pass from Provost.
Yeah, it was a great play and an awesome save by Gronlund. He's the difference in the game right now, Joe. Without the saves he's had, Champlin Park would be ahead right now. He has been just fantastic.
The Rebels out shooting the Cardinals 16-7.
Yeah, right now the Cardinals aren't moving. They're looking a little slow. They're a little on their heels, and they need to pick up the pace, just like Coach Roos said.
Another look at it. Provost behind the goal line, right out front and right on the stick of Ben Harris. But Gronlund was there for two big saves. Far side, Dan Mossy working it off the boards for Ryan Rolfe. But it's Kelkucky into the corner, flipping it around near side for Provost. Gets it to center ice. Joey Olson plays it for Ryan Rolfe, too far for him. Digger Anderson and Provost digging after it. Anderson sends it down, and we'll have an icing call.
And Digger Anderson again there at the end of the play. See a couple of the results of his hitting there. A lot of snow on the breezers of some of the Rebels as Anderson's hitting everything that moves tonight. He's one of the bigger players on the ice, and he's using his physical nature to try to establish some territory. But so far the Rebels aren't bowing in. They're, I think, controlling play, Joe, in this period.
Face off to the right of Adam Gronlund. Back to the point. Blake Risner. The shot hits traffic. J.J. Jarvie turning the rebound up ice for Coon Rapids. He'll go far side against Darren Pender. Pender forces him into the corner and swings him down. Pass out front. Big shot. Ammonrud hits traffic. J.J. Jarvie on the boards. Dumps it back for Scherf. Tried to get it back in to Jarvie. Now Jarvie circles. Played off the puck by Rodmacher. Darren Pender behind his own net, near boards for Wagner. Wagner's pass broken up by Scherf, turned up ice, but that's turned around again by Svensson. Now J.J. Jarvie dumps it in for Coon Rapids. Darren Pender behind his own net. Pressured by Greenhoe, near boards for Svensson. Rodmacher to center ice. Gets it ahead to Austin. Rodmacher coming out of the corner, shoots, hits traffic. Far boards. Wagner flips it out front, broken up by Greenhoe. Jarvie flips it all the way in, and that is not going to be icing. It went through the crease. Dan Mossy doing battle down low with Kelkucky. We'll have a whistle as the puck was stopped.
And a face-off.
4:34 to go in the second period. The Cardinals holding on to the 1-point lead.
Yeah, it's amazing because one thing Coach Rue wanted this period was more shots. He's not getting more shots. Cardinals with only 7 shots on goal in the game so far. Champlin Park is playing a very good defensive game so far.
Joey Olson can't get his shot on. Micheletti tried to flip it out. Dan Mossy turns it back in. Behind the net is Wagner, flips it high off the glass. And Digger Anderson at center ice. Cross and in by Ryan Rolfe. Wagner again behind his own net. Dallin Pender gets it to the line and out. Rolfe turns it back in, dumps it deep for the Cardinals. Kelkucky cut off by Olson. Ryan Rolfe steals the pass. Rolfe goes behind the net, tried to flip it out front. Ricocheted, and Micheletti flips it to center ice. Digger Anderson, big hit by Dallin Pender. Ryan Rolfe dumps it in deep.
Pender saw him coming the whole time.
Behind the defense, Ben Harris winds, fires, glove save by Gronlund.
Yeah, get Gronlund just saving everything there and did a nice job. And we're going to have a penalty for probably a high stick against the goaltender.
Luke Micheletti is going to get 2 minutes for punching Adam Gronlund.
Yeah, it looked like there was a hit there either on the goaltender. Let's see what happened here.
Well, this is the big hit.
Yep.
Digger Anderson's been delivering the hits all night. This time, Dallin Pender squared him up. And, that's a tough place to get hit, just a couple 3 feet away from the boards.
Yep.
But Digger shook it off.
Yeah.
He knew he was out there delivering the blows. He's got to get up when they hit him.
Yeah, he didn't have a good center of gravity. He was leaning a little bit off balance when it started, and you got to have a good firm base of support. But the Cardinals are going to get a break here. They get a penalty out of this whole situation, and see if they can get a goal again on their power play.
Travis Anderson gets it across to Scherf, ahead, but too far. Darren Pender backing into his own corner, flips it off the far boards. Scherf stops it at center ice. Gets it to Jarvie, who loses it. Wagner flips it ahead. And Travis Anderson all the way back into the Cardinals zone. To the line, but not out. Kept in by Risner. Far side. Matt Greenhoe into the zone. Knocked away from him by Wagner. Pender behind the net. Matt Ammonrud at the point. Cardinals trying to set up. J.J. Jarvie in the corner. Played off it by Risner. Risner will go up the boards, and this one's going to go back to the Cardinal blue line. Ammonrud. Cross for Scherf. Tried to get it to Jarvie. Broken up by Risner. This is McLean into the zone. Circling towards the boards. Passing it back, and this is how you kill a penalty.
Yeah, excellent penalty kill by the Rebels right now. They're using the whole rink, spreading it out, eating the clock.
Darren Pender throws it all the way down to Gronlund. 43 seconds to go on the power play. Anderson high off the glass. Wagner flips it to open ice. The first one there. Svensson back to Darren Pender in the corner. Greenhoe given pressure. Pender sidesteps now behind the net. Fires it around the boards. Travis Anderson at center ice to regroup. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Anderson being pressured by Mike Austin. Scherf gets it in deep. 12 seconds. Darren Pender flipping it around to Wagner in the corner. Dan Mossy giving pressure, but the Rebels get it back to Digger Anderson at his own blue line, and that is how you kill the penalty. Svensson fires it in high. Gronlund holds on to it. And we'll have a face-off to his left with 1:32 to go. Still 1-0 Cardinals.
Yeah, I think probably the best thing for the Cardinals right now is to get out of this period ahead 1-0. Not much has happened for them this period. It's been all Rebels. They've been quicker. They've won the loose battles. The puck just proven on that penalty kill. They controlled play for the whole time, dragged the puck, spaced the rink out, passed it 80, 90, 100 feet, and really did a great job.
Coming through is Micheletti off the faceoff out front. Oh, Pender can't put it away. Dan Mossy circling for the Cardinals, and we've got a penalty coming up. Digger Anderson picks up his third of the game.
Not a good penalty. Frustration. The Rebels are all over the place here, and Digger's just basically got to control himself here. He needs to be on the ice.
And look at Dallin Pender sitting at the back post all alone. He had time to set up a campfire over there.
Yeah, he just
but then had some trouble controlling the pass.
If he would have been a right-handed shot
coming in,
he might have put it in.
He's a right-handed shot.
He just got all tied up.
That's tie game.
Yeah.
And now the Rebels have the power play. Wagner stepping in, backhand, wide of the mark. In the corner is Matt Morelli. Puck's tied up. Matt Ammonrud falls on it. We have whistle. Face off to the right of Adam Gronlund. 1:09 to go on the clock. 2-minute second period.
Yeah, let's see what they do on the face-off. They do a good job. Got an off wing here, and a guy sneaking in on the left side.
Morelli gets it back. Pender, quick shot. Gronlund to save. Anderson picks it up far side and flips it all the way down. Darren Pender from behind his own net. Come up center ice. Drops it for brother Dahlin. Coming out of the corner. Trying to get it to Micheletti on the post. It goes to Wagner at the point. Depender. Shot right on. Rebound. Micheletti. The save. A rebound and a goal.
Well, it's bound to happen sooner or later, Joe. Coon Rapids went to the well one too many times on that.
It's going to be Dahlin Pender, I think, finishing it off down there, but that's the way you work the power play. Two guys in front of the net, you get the shot, you get the rebound, you get the goal.
That's exactly what they did, and Adam Gromlin has been outstanding. His defenders need to now rise to the occasion to play a little better for him. He's a little ticked about that goal, you could tell, because, hey, he has been outstanding in every aspect. That wasn't his fault, that was a rebound.
Take another look at it. Here's the original shot. Gromlin, nice save. And there you see Micheletti out front. He had it behind him. He swings around and gets the backhand. Dahlin Pender over there as well. I kind of lost it with that angle. Here's another look at it. Nice move across. Morelli, the shot. And then you see it right behind him as Micheletti was turning around. Provost got a stick on it. The Cardinals quickly come back and put some pressure on Van Joski.
Yeah, the puck just leaked in on the far side, just inside the pipe there, and exactly what the Rebels needed was a little bit of mucking it up in front of the net, and the crowd's into it. They're into it. We're almost at the end of the period, Joe. We're going to have a great third period.
One period to decide the season. The winner moves on. The loser goes home. The River Elks, the #1 seed in the section, awaits.
And you know what? It's the playoffs, and anything can happen.
Off the faceoff, Jarvie's shot saved by Van Joski. Actually, I think that was Ryan Rolfe coming in from the left wing. Olsen out of the corner, knocked away by Pender. Darren Pender with it behind the net, and that will do it for the second period. The Cardinals and the Rebels tied at 1. Both goals coming on power plays. We go to the third period, all tied up. We'll be right back from the Ice Forum at Champlin after this.
The depth of this kid's preparation for this moment just runs so deep. There's no doubt in my mind he's very aware of the significance of this putt.
There it is, a win for the ages.
A father can change the world, one child at a time.
Come on, you're gonna make us late. Hey, man, what is this with you? What's your problem? There's never a train here. Just go for it. No one's gonna see you. The light's probably broken. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Mike. Come on, chicken. Yeah! I wish I hadn't listened to him.
Wait a minute. Welcome back to the Ice Forum. I'm here with head coach Pat Ginostin. Pat, obviously, interesting period. You came back at the end and put that goal in. How's that feel for you?
Well, I think, we've struggled all year to score some goals. You look, we've got a lot of momentum on them. We're out shooting them right now 20-9. A lot of good quality chances, and that's what a good goaltender will do for you, or a great goaltender. And it's just nice for the confidence of the kids, because the kids are working hard, but you know what you need, the bottom line is you need results. And so that's a good positive for us.
When we had the opportunity to talk a little bit earlier, you said the kids need to be creative. What do you think that they're doing towards to make that goal?
Well, basically, they got to jump in holes, especially in neutral ice. If we have a chance, if you see our defenseman has the puck or has a good chance to get it, we got to go and look for an opening. You can't wait till the defenseman's looking up ice, because by that time it's too late. So you got to jump there, a defensive zone, and we see someone open, we got to jump there, we got to beat the puck there.
I noticed just before that first goal, you had a few choice words for some of your players. What were you telling them?
I was more frustrated for the penalty we got. We've been a very disciplined team all year long, and so far I think we have 4 bad penalties. So more than anything else, guys, get pumped up. If there's going to be a questionable call, let it be on them and not us. Let's go back there, let's get a goal, and it turned out all right for us so far.
We want for the camera to go, or the board to go. What are you going to talk to them between periods about? No, this will be your last question. I'll let you go back and talk to your guys.
Yeah, we can't change anything. The guys are playing their hearts out. The only thing I want them to do is just think positive. Something positive is going to happen. Who's going to do it? Think of great things. Don't think of the negative things. Think of the positive, and hopefully we'll get the right bounce and it'll turn out in our favor.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Go back and talk to your guys. We're going to throw it back up to the booth. Guys?
Well, Howie Shapiro doing the sideline reporting like only Howie can.
Yeah, he did a good job, and I really like the way Coach Jan Austin talked about a couple items. And the one item I really like is positive. It's the playoffs. It's a second season. You have a new chance to move on. Everything else is learning, okay? If you think positive about everything you've done tonight, because quite frankly, Champlin has played a great game so far, good things will happen.
Champlin does not look like the same team that I have seen them so far without a win in the conference all season.
Yep.
And they are playing very well tonight. They are completely outplaying this Coon Rapids team. And the Cardinals, I think, should feel lucky to be in this game at all.
Yeah, they really are lucky to be in the game. It's goaltending. Adam Ground has been just fabulous. He is getting the accolades of Coach Jan Austin. He knows how good he is. He's a great goaltender, and that's why it's tied.
Well, Champlin Park is winning all the races to the loose pucks. They're doing better passing. They're thinking more. They're moving the puck better. They look more organized. They're communicating better. They're getting more pucks on Gromlin. They're doing all of the things that you have to do to win a hockey game.
Yeah, they are. You're right. They're winning all the battles. They're doing everything right. They deserve probably to win this game if they keep that up, but they're tied. So like Coach Johnson said, hey, we need results, guys. Let's jump into those gaps. Let's move our feet, and let's finish the job.
Well, the job in front of them certainly isn't easy. Coach Jan Austin has referred to Adam Gromlin as the best goaltender in the conference, and they've only been able to get one puck past him, and that came within the last minute of that first period on the power play. They do a great job of moving it from one side of the ice to the other, and that creates all kinds of problems for the Cardinal defense. Micheletti is alone out front. Nobody swings to pick him over or comes to pick him up. And then Travis Anderson trying as best he can to contain both Micheletti and Dallin Pender, and he just couldn't do it. Dallin Pender putting it behind Gronlund. And we have a tie game, 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, and the real key on that goal is Morelli shot the puck first time. As you see the stats, the shots are the key here right now. Great, and these are not just slouch shots. The Rebels have had some great opportunities.
And I do have to give credit to the official scorekeepers here, because they haven't been counting the pucks that were over the goalie's head that the goalie gloved. Even though the goalie touched it, it's not a shot on net unless it would have gone in the net without the goalie stopping it. So
yeah, right.
I think
I need to bring this out for a little education lesson right now, right?
20-9
a shot on goal means it has to hit the goal area. The goaltender would have to block it or something else, another player, to make sure it then would be counted. It has to be on the goal or hit something on its way to the goal. A shot attempted would go maybe a wide or high above the goal, right? And I know you want that.
Or in some cases, wide.
Yeah, or some cases, way out of the goal.
Yeah,
right. Okay, but now we had to use that. We paid for this thing this year.
That's right.
Our budget got it in there. We had to use it.
Thousands of dollars per week.
Oh, I tell you, it is. I know. Wow.
Well, we will take a short break and be back with the third period right after this. It's do or die, Section 4 AA playoffs from the Ice Forum at Champlin.
Don't you love that safe, free feeling you get in a pickup truck, Larry?
Yeah, nothing but you, me, the open road, a deer.
Yeah! A cow! Yeah! An ostrich! Ah! The village people! The village people!
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Especially in pickup trucks.
I didn't know the village people were doing a road tour.
It's my birthday. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I told you, don't be bringing that weak stuff in here. Yeah. Who's the man? Who's the man?
Exercised lately?
I don't mean to be a rude guest, but when I was coming back from the bathroom, I noticed the lights were on in your bedroom. Since no one was in there, I went to turn them off. That's when I noticed that you'd also forgotten to turn off your video game. You play video games?
I find them challenging. Please don't waste energy.
Mr. and Mrs. Jones, Sally's having some behavioral problems.
I guess that reward system isn't working.
Well, the timeouts weren't either.
You know, parents do find that timeouts aren't...
See?
Well, you're just too lenient.
Well, you're too strict.
No, you are.
No, you are.
No, you are.
No, you are.
When adults don't have the answers, they can feel as frustrated as kids. ConnectForKids.org has thousands of resources for helping kids in your community. ConnectForKids.org, guidance for grown-ups.
Welcome back to the Ice Forum Champlin. It's Section 4 AA tournament. First round, the Cardinals and the Rebels tied at 1. Only 15 minutes remaining in somebody's season, unless we go to overtime.
And if the Cardinals don't wake up, it might be theirs.
Derek Berry dumps it right in on Vanjowski. Wagner in the corner, high off the glass. Berry can't keep it in. Ammonroot fires it in deep. Wagner behind his own net. Near side for McLean. McLean across the blue line and dumps it off the boards into the zone. Stood up by Anderson. Ammonroot leaves it for Digger in the corner. And now Digger Anderson flips it down. And we will have an icing call.
Yeah, and Coon Rapids not able to break out. Champlin doing what they want to. Get the center line, dump it in, forecheck. I think right now what they can do is just try to put the pressure on Coon Rapids and look for that turnover.
Well, certainly the pressure has been by the Rebels all night.
Yes, it has.
Face off to the left of Gronlund. Digger Anderson gets it. Darren Pender's shot is blocked by Greenhoe. He gets it ahead, turned around by Kelkucky. Digger Anderson flips it off the boards. Greenhoe dumps it in deep. Vanjowski stops it. Kelkucky behind the net. Near side for Micheletti. Played off the puck by Dan Mossy. Mossy tried to flip it in deep. Stopped by Pender. Morelli flips it all the way down. Joey Olson behind his own net. Pass too strong for Rolf. Turned around by Svensson. Digger Anderson gets it to Joey Olson, and Cardinals have the numbers. Rolf tried to get it back out, but hit the sliding defender. And here come the Rebels with a 3-on-2. Nick Smith going wide. Played well by Travis Anderson. Now got it out front for Ryan Scherf. Turns it around for Coon Rapids. Into the zone, knocked off his stick by Risner. Joey Olson in the corner, played off it by Risner. Rodmacher gets it ahead. Smith knocked down by Anderson. Kept in at the point by Mossy. Joey Olson tips it away from Wagner. Nick Smith coming out of the corner. Hit by Olson, but taking it to neutral territory is Wagner. His puck taken away by Ammonroot. To J.J. Jarvie into the zone. Backhand, nobody home. Svensson turns it around. Pass broken up by Matt Greenhoe. J.J. Jarvie to Greenhoe. And that one is going to go into the Champlin Park bench.
And I'll tell you what, Greenhoe almost slipped that puck across. And if he could have, Ammonroot was just waiting at that back door. Nice play by Champlin on defense to not let that get through. A little better energy by the Cardinals there on that shift.
But they still need to shoot.
Yes, they do.
One thing I have seen that the Cardinals, I think, like to do a lot is a lot of passing.
Yeah, they pass.
And it leads to some very pretty goals. But in a game like this, I'm a little more of the school, put some rubber on the net. Digger Anderson flips it in across the far boards. Kelkucky off the end boards to Pender, to McLean. Tried to go back to Pender. Kelkucky in the far corner. Flips it high and into the penalty box.
And another whistle. And so far, Mr. Janaston is looking for some jump, and his team is trying to provide a little bit of that. And I think that Coach Rue would agree with the same concept. His team needs to get some jump.
Face off inside the Champlin end.
Sometimes in the tie games, the referees are talking about something. Sometimes in a tie game in the playoffs, sometimes teams play not to lose rather than to win. And what that does is it gets you off your game. It gets you probably a step slower than you need to be, and you play way too cautious, and it backfires because the other team then usually capitalizes on something you didn't do right because you're playing at about 3/4 speed.
I think they were discussing where the face-off should be. I think both linesmen said it should be deep in at the face-off dot, but the referee has the final say. Near corner, Pender takes Olson into the boards. Jeremy Hill in there as well for Coon Rapids. Kelkucky flips it around. Scherf keeps it in at the point. Bouncing puck. Dan Mossy keeps it in deep in the corner. Olson behind the net. Played off it by Wagner. Wagner out of the corner. Pass broken up by Mossy. Turning it around. Knocked away by Wagner. Pender almost got it out. Mossy takes the shot. Benjowski holds on for the face-off.
Nice job by Mossy knocking that puck out of the air. Twice the Rebels tried to get it out with a high clearing pass to hit that person in the neutral zone, and great job by the Cardinals knocking it down.
Dan Mossy not only playing well for the Cardinal hockey team, I believe he's a baseball player, and it looks like he's ready for the season.
Yeah, it's just around the corner.
That was 2 in a row, mid-ice, about waist level. Dallin Pender gets it too far for Micheletti. We'll have icing.
Yeah, Micheletti's got 15 points. He's the leading scorer for the Rebels. He tried to spring him on that long pass up the middle. Almost got him. Now they'll get a draw down here. See if they can run a face-off.
11:26 to go in the third period. The Cardinals and the Rebels tied at 1. Matt Greenhoe off the face-off shot, hits traffic into the corner. Coming out, Greenhoe drops it for Ammonroot. Back to Greenhoe in the corner, played off it by Morelli. Pass was behind Ammonroot, and coming out is Dallin Pender. Into Cardinal territory, played off it by J.J. Jarvie. Digger Anderson gets it across ice to Matt Greenhoe, who plays it off the boards and into Rebel territory. Wagner behind his own net, pressured by Jarvie. Cross ice pass for Rodmacher. Stood up at the line by Derek Berry. Digger Anderson circles, goes behind the net, far side, tipped ahead by Milanovic. Rebels dump it back in. Derek Berry whiffs on it. Milanovic in the corner, back behind his own net, now stops, turns it back around, and Barry will bring it out near side. Scott Parenteau on the boards, knocked away from him by Darren Pender. And into the corner, Milanovic will get it behind the net. Travis Anderson stops. Now fires it off the boards. Kelkucky circles. Gets it back up for Svensson into the zone. Cross, looking for Rodmacher out front, goes all the way through. Darren Pender at the point. Wrist shot, hits Jeremy Hill, goes far side. Svensson, first man there in the corner, troubled by Barry. Gets it out. Smith can't get it out front. Rodmacher is there for the puck, trying to get it away from Travis Anderson. The Cardinals finally get it out of the zone. Parenteau gets it back to Kelkucky, but the Rebels are not letting up. Cardinals coming out as Van Josky jumps on it. Cardinals coming out very quick in this third period, and part of it has to do with what happened in the locker room. Howie, what can you tell us about that?
We are here with JV coach Steve Witucky. Steve, you had the opportunity to go in the locker room between periods. What was the mood in there?
It wasn't too good. Everyone was down. Coach Moore just told these guys that it doesn't matter that you beat them 3 times. That fourth one's the one that counts. So you won't remember the 3 if you lose tonight.
Well, obviously the Cardinals just put in a goal as we were talking. It's got to be good. We talked about you got to come out and score first.
Yeah, that's what we told the guys, that we got to come out and set the tempo right from the first drop of the puck. And we got to get that first goal. It's real important.
Okay, from here on in, what's the strategy, would you say?
Well, we just got to keep attacking them. Now they're going to be pressured to make the moves. So, we got them right where we want them. We just got to keep pressuring them and take a lot of shots.
All right, thanks, Steve. Back to you guys.
Cardinals scoring right off the faceoff, and doesn't figure as soon as we send it to Howie. Travis Anderson out of the corner has a chance, but Van Josky will hold on to that one. We'll take another look at what you missed. As soon as we go away from the game cam, it happened. And this one right off the faceoff. And guess you're not really going to see it from that angle.
But the Cardinals get the lead, and how important is that as the Rebels, here we go, that old tape. Here we go again, as we talked about earlier in the show. Let's see if the Rebels can respond.
There's another look at it. A little bit better. Ryan Rolfe right off the faceoff. Nicely done. And that is why having centers who are good on the faceoff is very important. Luke Micheletti in front. Almost had a chance on the breakaway. Micheletti coming out of the corner, drops it off for Morelli. Sidestepping Ammonroot. Morelli near side, out to the point, Darren Pender. Wines, thinks better of it, steps in, knocked out by Ammonroot. J.J. Jarvie racing for it, drops it for Jeremy Hill out front for Ammonroot, but he couldn't quite get a stick on it. That was Greenhoe on the near boards. Greenhoe out front had a chance, but Van Josky will hold on, and the Cardinals are flying.
All of a sudden, there's some kind of switch went off in their heads here in the coaching, and the kids have just stepped their game up to another level here, and the Rebels are reeling right now as the Cardinals, now they got that goal at the faceoff, Joe. They had 2 other great opportunities right down low.
Jarvie just having a great game. He tried to get that one to Ammonroot. Van Josky got to it first.
Cardinals need to keep the pressure on here. The referee again not liking something on the draw. And
Dan Mossy will be replaced by Joey Olson at the face-off circle for Coon Rapids. It bounces around. Scherf keeping it in on the far boards, getting it back. Not much on that shot. Gets it back to Joey Olson on the boards. Mossy in the corner. To Olson, he can't hold on. Here comes Svensson. Rodmacher going wide on Anderson, drops it, shot right on. Gronlund the save, and he'll cover for the whistle. Mike Austin put it right Yeah, it was kind of a knuckleball.
Yeah, a little knuckler. It kind of flipped a little bit and dove, but Adam hung in there and made another nice save. A little fewer shot attempts here this period against Adam so far.
And that ball the puck kind of dipped on him.
Yep.
Thought it was going to be a glove save and then had to pinch it between his glove and his pad. Digger Anderson behind the net, drops it back off the boards. Brian McLean, the only one there. Derek Barry giving him some trouble. Barry will come away with it. Barry behind the net, tried to go up the middle, cut off by Wagner, taken away by Jeremy Hill. Jeremy Hill trying to get it ahead. And now all the way down, Risner. Circles Ammenrud. Tried to get it out front. He's knocked down by Risner. Jeremy Hill gets it in deep. Wagner behind his own net. Pass ahead. Here comes McLean. 3-on-1 for great defense by Digger Anderson as he eliminated the threat from the 3-on-1. And then a missed opportunity from the Cardinals. Coming back the other way, Travis Anderson knocks it down but can't get it out. Now he does. Trying to go around Darren Pender. And then the pass cut off by Kelkucky. Near boards, Micheletti moves it forward. Ryan Scherf off the boards. Darren Pender in his own zone to Micheletti. To Dallin Pender. Back to Micheletti. Travis Anderson in the corner. Flipped it high and into the seats. We'll have a face-off deep in Cardinal territory.
Yeah, right now Coon Rapids need to really play great defense every shift. They got a back check. They can't get caught on any odd man rushes. You can't sell your soul to forecheck right now. You might want to soften it up just a little bit. Make sure you always got a high man back to back check. That's very important.
Face-off is won by Morelli, but goes all the way down to the Champlin end. Pender swings it around, far boards Dan Mossy for the Cardinals. Passes too far for Ryan Rolfe. Pender bringing it out the near side now. And that one tried to stop by Travis Anderson, goes all the way down to Gronlund. Off the boards for Anderson. Stopped up by Kelkucky. Cardinals can't get it out. Kept in by Dallin Pender. Gronlund saves and holds on. And pushing and shoving. Nick Smith and Ryan Scherf going in the corner. And
Smith digging for the loose puck as it's being frozen by the goaltender. And that's, again, the referees need to come in there and tell people, hey, it's frozen. Get your stick out. But emotions are running high. There's only 5:37 left maybe in somebody's season here. So anything you do to try to get a goal, you're going to try.
Well, and in the interview between the first and second period, Coach Ruitt said, you know, if they stop attacking our goalie, we stop retaliating, we stop getting the penalties. They have stayed out of the box quite a bit better. Both teams have since the first period. But one thing I like, if the refs aren't going to give him a penalty for going after the goalie after he's covered it, I don't think they should give it to him for the retaliation. 2-on-1 for the Cardinals. J.J. Jarvie. Cross pass bouncing. Ammenrud couldn't hold on. Nick Smith turning it back up the other way for Champlin Park into the zone. Well defensed by Derek Barry and Digger Anderson. Rodmacher out of the corner. Anderson goes to the... Anderson just all over. Big hit there. We have a whistle.
I don't know if we'll get a penalty out of this.
I don't think
just a big hit over there. Digger's laying the lumber on people. Say, back on that 2-on-1, Blake Risner did a great job for the Rebels. He stayed in the middle. He bought time, and the decision there to pass is probably the wrong one because he played the pass. Risner did like he's supposed to as a defender, and the goalie had the shooter. You got to take that shot. The pass not there. You're 10 feet away. Take it.
I would agree with you on both aspects, Mr. Grant. It's what the defenseman should do is take the man without the puck and let the goalie play the puck.
Yep, exactly. These teams are really playing hard here.
Create a 1-on-0.
Yeah, they're really playing hard right now.
2-on-1.
How hard are they playing?
Very hard. Digger laid this check pretty good behind the net. Matt Svensson paying the price that time.
He did.
That was a big hit.
He laid him out pretty good. That was a good solid hit.
Digger is a junior. He will be a big part of this Cardinals team next year, as will a lot of these guys. Not a whole lot of seniors. Ammonrood, Patterson, Greenhoe. There's 7 in all. Who'd I miss? Justin Petticourt, the backup goaltender. Nope, I guess it's just the 5. Derek Berry.
Yeah, 5. The seniors have played very well all year, helping the youngsters learn the ropes a little bit. And right now, they need to really do the job to finish off this game for the Cardinals. Senior leadership will win close games.
This one, and we have another icing call. But really, for the Cardinals, you've got a 1-goal lead. 4 minutes to go. If you ice it for the rest of the game, it's kind of a cheesy way to win, but it's a win nonetheless.
Yeah, if the other team's not able to get a good face-off, run a playoff, and win the draw, you can kill some time. A little unorthodox way of going, but yeah, I see your point. That's what.
But if you can keep flipping it to center ice and hoping for the break,
why not?
Hey, J.J. Jarvie behind the defense. Dropping it for Greenhoe. He can't hold on. Ammonrood keeps it in the corner. Wagner turns it around. Too far for Risner. Dolan Pender on the far boards. Knocked away by Derek Berry. Greenhoe in the corner. Played by Pender. Pender will come away with it. Pender to center ice. Working against Digger Anderson. Tried to get it back out front. Broken up by Derek Berry. Near boards, Wagner gets it in the corner to Berry. Brown behind the net. Digger Anderson hit by Dolan Pender. But Anderson will come away with the puck. To Matt Greenhoe. J.J. Jarvie circles away from Blake Risner. Puck still there. Jarvie will come away with it. Nobody out front but Amundsen. Svensson. Rodmacher lost it. We'll have an offside.
Offside, yep. Rodmacher just got a little bit ahead of that puck as it went into the zone, and good thing, because he's shown some great speed today. He's made a lot of things happen for the Rebels, and right now, Champlin's getting to the point in the game where they're going to have to think about pulling their goaltender. 2:55 left, so Coach Jonassen eventually going to call a timeout probably in the next minute and a half. He's taking it right now, so that he can discuss his strategy, Joe, about when he's going to pull the goaltender and how they're going to go about doing that. So that's why Champlin just took their timeout, probably talk about goaltender pulling and how we're going to manage the clock the rest of the game.
I've got to imagine you're right. We'll take a look at the Section 4A brackets. The winner of this game goes on to face the #1 seed Elk River Elks. Noon on Saturday from right here at the Ice Forum at Champlin. Then is the #4 and #5 seeds, Osseo and Maple Grove. Then the Bengals and the Armstrong Eagles are at 8 p.m. And in between those two games, Park Center and Anoka, who advanced earlier tonight with a 10-1 win over Robbinsdale Cooper. And that really just showed you the power of the Twin Cities Suburban, because it wasn't even this. This is a team, Anoka, that only won 2 conference games all year.
Right.
And they blew the Cooper team off the ice.
Yeah, Cooper doesn't have much for hockey right now. Armstrong's a little bit better, though. I mean, Armstrong actually is a decent team. Coach Johnson's had some great players go on to D1 out of that program for years. Armstrong probably could hold their own weight with these teams, but yeah, Cooper's had a little down cycle.
It was not a pretty game. Running clock.
Coach Sarsland, it looks like. Checking his watch, checking the opposition out, and getting ready for the Elks Saturday.
Joey Olson putting the pressure on. Rolf across the blue line. Tried to pass, and it got knocked away. Travis Anderson regrouping in the neutral zone. Pass too far for Dan Mossy. Turned around by Pender. Mossy tried to go far boards. Kelkucky blocks that. Scherf, then Kelkucky again, and he sends it all the way in. 2:24 to go. Luke Micheletti and Ryan Scherf in the corner. Dowlin Pender cutting it off behind the net. Travis Anderson will come away with it. Ryan Rolfe plays it off the boards into center ice. Darren Pender, first one there for Champlin Park. Circling to the near side. Pender with a head of steam into the zone. Takes the shot. Gronlund the save. Rebound still bouncing around out front. McLean is there. Cleared by Travis Anderson. Blake Risner. Jeremy Hill right on him. Risner circles near side for McLean. Berry falls down, but able to knock the puck away from McLean, and that was lucky as McLean had already risen his stick to fake the shot. Provo sends it out front, a goal!
The Rebels will not give up tonight. Great tenacity down around the net, and we might have overtime.
Ben Harris was untouched in the slot, and Ryan Provost had a chance to stand in the corner and just stop and look to see who was open, and he found Ben Harris. Now see, look, he has a chance to stop and look, and there you see it. 2 blue jerseys out front, nobody with an active body on him. Harris able to reach to it on the backhand, go far post, and beat Gronlund, and we've got a tie game.
Yeah, his defenders screened him and didn't tie him man up. And what Coach John Austin stated was the fact that think positive and great things will happen, and his team has to think that way right now. Things are going back in their direction here.
J.J. Jarvie gets it to center ice. Matt Greenhoe trying to get it around, but can't. Sent back down by Dustin Wagner. Cardinals turning it around. Greenhoe leaves it. Turned around by Dallin Pender. Pass was a little bit behind Morelli. Sent all the way in by Jeremy Hill. J.J. Jarvie in the corner for Coon Rapids. Gets it to Hill. Loses it into the corner. Hill pokes it back to the slot. Nobody home. Sure. Trying to put it in. And now Digger Anderson from the point. His shot hits traffic, goes to the corner. 43 seconds to go. Scherf can't keep it in as they tried to get it to Pender on the break. Behind the net, Wagner. Long pass, too far. Tipped in by Wagner. Scherf turns, fires off the boards. Parenteau can't get to it. Mossy can. Gets it in, knocked by Wagner. Rolfe coming away with it. 16 seconds to go.
Oh, they let that one go.
It's playoff time. You got to let them play, Jerry. Travis Anderson flips it high into this neutral territory. Cardinals are going to keep it there, and you're right, Jerry. We're going to overtime.
We have OT, and I'll tell you what, Champlin couldn't be happier. They wouldn't give up.
Absolutely right. No, the Cardinals should not be happy at all.
No, they thought they had it there. They got that lead goal, and then they just did not do the job in front of their net. And right now the referees are over there squawking a little bit with each other, and the teams are at the bench talking a little bit. And here's a replay of something here, Joe.
This is a look at that call that probably should have, could have, would have been made. Ryan Rolfe, I think you can call that hooking. He pulled a pretty good Ryan Provost. Went head over heels, but no call.
What do you mean no call?
No call.
What do you mean? He's not signaling field goal, I can tell you that right now.
Now the Cardinals in the 3 previous meetings between the two teams have won 6-0, 4-3, and 6-3. So that is 16-6 in the series this year. And
it's tied.
That's right.
It's
2-2.
overtime. I would have to say the momentum's probably with the Rebels right now. They got to feel, like I say, really good about their position.
The Cardinals have played well most of the third period. Besides that, I would say it has been Champlin Park's game from start to finish.
Definitely. Coon Rapids did play better in most of that third period. The second period was all Rebels. The first period, after that first Cardinal goal, towards the end became mostly Rebels. And, right now, like I say, Pat Janasson said, think positive, good things will happen. And I think by focusing on those positive elements, they were able to think that they could still get the tying goal with under a minute left, 2 minutes left, and they did it.
Well, I think what you said earlier is exactly right, that it looked like the Cardinals were playing not to lose rather than to win. As soon as they got that go-ahead goal at 2-1, doing a lot more dumping and chasing, they weren't hustling as fast to the loose pucks, and that's where it is. And we've talked about this before, both on and off the air. This is not a game of 50 feet, of 100 feet. It's a game of 10 feet. Yep. It's a game of who wins the races from the dot to the boards.
That's right. It's desire right now. I mean, the team that's going to win, unless there's a freaky little bounce of some type of the puck, will be the team that has the most desire, the team that's going to go out and just outwork the other squad for those little battles until it ends.
Well, without question, the momentum favoring Champlin Park right now. But the Cardinals, with 3 victories over this team and a higher seeding, the favorite coming in, have a little bit more should have a little bit more prick in their shoe, kind of saying it's time to get this over with, and we shouldn't have let it come this far.
I don't know what they have in their shoe, but hopefully they have a little extra gas in those skates there to have a little jet propulsion in there, because they're going to need to get moving. Right now your legs are probably feeling about like lead. They're full of lactic acid, to talk a little FIAD terminology here, and that means that your muscles are tired, they're hard, your body's pretty much out of energy. You got to dig down and find some more energy. How?
Well, this period only has to take 15 seconds.
And
doesn't really even need that.
Elk River Hockey. Look at that. I tell you, they're everywhere here. They're watching.
The Elks are awaiting.
St. Cloud Hockey's watching. They're just what a great hockey game to watch, though. You got to love it. Overtime, sudden victory, I like to call it. And when that puck goes in the net, if it goes in for the Rebels, there'll be bedlam here.
That's a look at what the tail of the tape through regulation. The Cardinals being hammered 24-13. The Rebels, home ice is helping right now. Ryan Rolfe getting it to Joey Olson. A lot of noise in here. Turning it up ice is Ben Harris. He flips it in. He got the tying goal at 2-2. Harris coming out. Shot right on. Gronlund to save. Rolfe tips it away from Risner. But Provost keeps it in. Not for long. Turned up ice by Ryan Scherf into the zone. Going wide. Shot goes across the front of the net. Mossy keeps it in. Behind the net is Rolfe. Near boards McLean. Circles in the corner. Sent around by Wagner. Scherf keeps it in at the far point. Scherf with it still. Shot on. Save made. Rebound in the corner. Wagner flips it out. Mossy can't keep it in. Provost. One-on-one. Provost makes the move. He's got a friend. Can't get it out front. Morelli was there.
He needed one more friend to finish it off, but he had a friend, all right. He was right on the doorstep. Did a little single deke. Tried to go again. Double shift. Went out the outside. Just couldn't get the corner.
Provost having some trouble with that bouncing puck. And a nice move there on Travis Anderson. Got his weight shifted back to the outside, but Travis got just enough of him to knock him off balance. And as he was carrying it with one stick with one hand, couldn't hold on quite enough. Shot right on. Save made by Gronlund. Pender can't quite keep it in. We have an offside. 6:43 to go in the overtime period.
Yeah, both teams have come out with real good energy and jump here in the overtime in their first shifts, and that's surprising. That means they have a little energy in the tank yet.
Off the faceoff, Barry gets it back to neutral ice. Ammonroot played off by Micheletti. Greenhoe can't hold on. The point shot from Anderson hit traffic. Ammonroot turns and fires. Vanjowski the save on a trickling puck.
A trickling puck, yeah. You know, we saw at the end of the game that the refs aren't really going to call a penalty unless it's something really severe. So probably see a lot of 5-on-5 hockey this whole overtime.
And I don't know if you can really call this much of a shot, but I like to see it. At least it was on its way towards the net, and sometimes that can take a funny bounce. It's better than not shooting.
And he shot's good right now.
Jarvie circling in the corner. Gets it back to the point. Barry's shot is wide of the mark. Wagner gets it ahead. Knocked to center ice by Austin. Here's Rodmacher. Pass is knocked down by Derek Barry. Greenhoe circling in the corner. Barry back into the corner. And Greenhoe will backhand it out, but not out. Wagner winds, fires. Hits traffic and goes wide. Jarvie, far side. Pressured by Svensson. All the way down, and an icing call.
Well, I'll tell you what, every time Rodmacher touches the puck for the Rebels, he's a little guy, but boy, he's got jets. He's zooming right in there, and
he's quick. I'm all for those short. I'm all for the little quick guys. That's my kind of hockey.
Well, move it.
You got to be when you're small.
That's right. Especially if Digger Anderson might be chasing you down here today.
Trust me. I was never larger than I am now, and I'm not very big. You have to be quick if you're going to be small and play this game. Out front, chance, bouncing puck, Provost had the shot. We got a pile up on Gronlund. Travis Anderson and Brian McLean both on top of the Cardinal goaltender. Whistle blew. Have a face-off.
Adam's not real happy about getting piled on again there, but people are crashing the net right now.
It's a scary one. Provost had a chance right out front. Gronlund made the save, and then it went up and over him, but wide of the net. And then,
well, Travis Anderson kind of knocked him in there. So
Brian McLean getting a little tangled up. McLean made no effort not to get on top of the goaltender, though. Trust you don't do that in that situation. Hey, he pushed me here.
Yeah.
Got a right to be here. I'm going to see if we can maybe keep your goaltender down.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and not to mention the psychological aspect of it.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Digger's sitting there going, geez, I'm holding the fort down, and he's getting the bashed every time he turns around. So
icing is waved off. Pender flips it far side, too far for Provost. Scherf keeps it in. Joey Olson back to Scherf in the corner, tried to go out front, broken up by McLean. McLean on the move. Right around Rolf into the corner, tried to go back out front, nicely defended by Dan Mossy. Joey Olson, one-on-one against Kalkucky. Drops it for Rolf, back to Olson. Mossy out front, can't get the stick on it. Olson behind the net, comes out. Oh, trying to get it. Rolf on the back corner. Scherf in the corner now to Olson. To Rolf in the corner. Flipped up but not out. Kept in by Scherf. Joey Olson there. Ammonroot kept it in momentarily. Now flipped all the way down, but Travis Anderson will get there before it reaches the icing line. 4:25 to go. Off the near boards. Picked off by Wagner. Wagner loses it in his skates, but keeps it. Digger Anderson tried to sidestep, but couldn't. Ammonroot flips it into the zone. Risner behind his own net, stops. Back up ice for Micheletti. Digger Anderson flips it away from him. Micheletti into the zone. Anderson will take it away. Micheletti and Anderson go to the boards. The Cardinals break out. 3-on-2 for Coon Rapids. Jeremy Hill leaves it. Now Greeno out front. The shot. Nice defensive play by Dustin Wagner to knock it down. Flipped all the way in by Dowlin Pender.
Great hockey
Derek
right
Berry behind the net. Far pass, tipped by Jeremy Hill, gets it right back. Rodmacher can't hold on. Turned around by Svensson, taken away by Berry. Berry into the zone, loses the puck. Svensson back the other way for the Rebels. Into the Cardinals zone, going wide against Ammonroot. Wants to look out front, there's the pass, the shot. Wide of the mark.
Goal judge got a little happy with a trigger there.
Digger Anderson behind the net. Up the middle, Ammonroot tips it to Rolf, offside.
Good call by the linesman, right on the spot. Good action here in overtime. Both teams giving it everything they have, Joe. They're leaving nothing at all in the tank.
2:55 to go in this first overtime period.
If we had 10 overtimes, we'd have 10 overtimes. Do they serve dinner?
The Cardinals have been flying in this overtime period so far, putting a lot of pressure on Van Joski.
Yeah, the Olsen line was outstanding last time they were out. They're out again. Here they go.
Ryan Rolfe on the far boards, trying to get it ahead, but broken up. Bouncing puck gets to neutral territory, flipped back in by Ben Harris. Travis Anderson gets it to Joey Olsen, who tips it in. Blake Risner. And this is Provost. Gets around the defense, a shot, Gronlund the save. And there he took a shot at the goaltender after the save.
You gotta call that one.
Gronlund goes down, and the penalty against Provost, and not the time to take it.
Nope, and that's exactly what Coach Donasso is saying. They protected the goaltenders all night like they should. And you just can't do that.
And look at the smile on Gronlund's face.
Yeah.
I don't think that little slash did not hurt him very bad. He went down and he went down and another look at it. Provost, nice move to get behind the defensive Scherf, took a shot, and then the whack at the hand.
That's a penalty.
Yep.
It's a whack. You don't do that. You don't slash the goaltender no matter how hard it is.
Now it was before the whistle. Now if you stick stick it in there smoothly and try and pull away,
yeah. It's a slash.
You might not get called, but a shot like that is a slash. And should be called every time.
Yep.
Even in the overtime period in the playoffs.
In the other team's home rink. Hey, that's the way it is. They say discipline. You had a nice move, a great shot, you got good momentum, and you just got to settle in, take the whistle, get the face off, build on that, go into your next shift, and then that's how you break a team down. Now what you've done is you've given the Cardinals some momentum. Their power plays look good.
And they have been flying these last couple shifts, a lot of energy now. Slow it down, control the puck, set up for the good shot, get the good shot, follow it with strong rebounding.
Coach Sarsland's still taking notes. He's working hard on some things here and understanding that, hey, longer these teams go, the happier he is, because tire them out a little bit for Saturday's game is what they might do. So Coon Rapids will come out, they'll set up their overload. They'll probably try to walk it out of the corner is what they'll try to do. And really what's going to happen is if you'll see here, I think we'll maybe draw it up on the board if we get a chance here, but if they're going. What you'll see on their overload power play is they're going to probably try to walk it low. They're going to try to open up that low defender like they've done in the past, right, Joe?
Now the Cardinals this whole game have been playing an overload on the side, playing it over here. What they need to do is either, like you said, they can work it low and try and work it out front to one of these two guys for a good shot, or, which is how we saw Elk River score, was to work it around to this guy up top and have this guy come out front. You got the shot and then two guys for the rebound.
Yeah, well, we'll see if they can set it up and do something with it, but they got to get it in the zone first.
Travis Anderson doing battle on the far boards. Ammonroot helps him out. The puck still bouncing around. Blake Risner for the Rebels into the zone, knocked away from him. This is Dustin Wagner flipping it up the boards. Scherf plays it up to Greenhoe. Knocked away from Ammonroot. J.J. Jarvie can't hold on. Wagner flips it to the corner. Svensson flips it up the boards, but not out. Sent all the way down by Mike Austin. Travis Anderson circling in his own zone. And into the zone they go. J.J. Jarvie can't get it back to Anderson. Broken up by Champlin Park. Here comes McLean. Cutting back across. Stick is tied up. Travis Anderson comes away with it. And Champlin Park may have gotten away with one there as Travis Anderson had his skates pulled out from under him. Scherf. And that is a killer for your power play.
Cardinals haven't been able to get in the zone. They have not been able to set up the power play. Credit the Rebels. They are doing a great job in the neutral zone. And what they're trying to do then is they're getting a good forecheck, making the Cardinals dump it in. They're not walking it in. They're not setting it up like they should. And that's great penalty killing.
And the Cardinals, yeah, like you said, not able to establish the zone, not able to get anything going in this power play. Rolf gets it to neutral territory, and now ahead to Joey Olson. Olson trying to set it up in the corner, but taken away by Wagner. Near boards. Tied up and sent down by Austin.
Looks like
Derek Berry behind the net. 30 seconds to go in this first overtime period. Mossy almost had a funny one bounce away from him and in on the goaltender. He sends it in around the boards. Derek Berry to stop it on the near side. Champlin Park kills the penalty. Berry keeps it in the zone, sends it far corner. But that is the way it's going to end. We're going to double OT, Jerry.
Double overtime, which means double victory celebration. More tired legs. Wow.
Well, this time they will get a chance to get a little bit more of a breather as they will resurface the ice. We'll step away. We'll be back with the second overtime period from the Ice Forum right after this. Welcome back to the Ice Forum at Champlin. First round of Section 4A tournament. Double A.
Yeah, it's getting late. It's getting hard to really figure, you know?
Second overtime, Jerry Grant.
Someone's going to score a goal sooner or later. I think it's going to happen this overtime because we have 15 minutes on the clock. And they're 5-on-5. How about that? No penalties to start.
Well, we will see. We did see one in that first overtime period.
Yes, we did.
But the Cardinals unable to get anything going on the power play.
You know the old rock theory, though, don't you? The rock's in which pocket now? The old Champlin Park pocket. So we might see a penalty against the Cardinals this year.
For those of you who don't know the rock theory, it's that the referee has a rock in one pocket. Here's J.J. Jarvie on a break. He's got Greenhoe with him. Tried to get it out front. There's a chance. Oh, Ammonroot couldn't get it past. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, the toe save. Ben Harris coming out.
Oh,
that was excitement.
Unbelievable save.
As I was mentioning, one Stone, and it switches pockets to who gets the next penalty.
That's right.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way. Turning and firing is Pender. Gronlund saves it to the corner. Morelli can't hold on to that one. Micheletti behind the net, tried to pass out front, tipped away by Ammonrood. Darren Pender flips it in on the backhand, knocked down by Derek Berry, off the boards to Ryan Rolfe. Joey Olson to Dan Mossy, back, now Mossy. Got it in, hit the side of the net. Dowlin Pender flips it high off the board. Scherf keeps it in. Flips it behind the net. Olson to Rolfe, can't hold on. Mossy shoots. The save, the rebound goes wide of the net.
Cardinals with great opportunities. High shots, deflections, toe saves.
We've got a hand pass.
And again, these kids there, you got to congratulate both teams for right now. They're playing hard. They're giving it everything they have.
The Cardinals coming out flying. Joey Olson passing out front. Dan Mossy had a chance. And then watch, just skipping and bouncing and hopping and dripping and dropping, and finally flipped up and over the net. Travis Anderson flips it in. Risner near boards for Austin, taken away by Anderson. Risner plays him off the puck. Radmacher gets it to Austin, gets it to center ice. Svensson can't get it around Scherf. Radmacher now. Svensson gets it into the zone. The Rebels tag up. Scherf circles. Passes out. Rolfe tried to get it to Olson. Broken up by Wagner. And here's McLean. Loses it in the corner. Ammonrood knocks it away from him. McLean keeps it. Round behind the net. Svensson. Derek Berry there for the Cardinals. Coming in to steal the pass was Ammonrood. Scherf plays it off the boards all the way down. Icing is waved off as Kelkucky recovers behind the net. Pressured by Matt Greenhoe. Kelkucky. Derek Berry keeps it in at the point. Greenhoe gets it back. J.J. Jarvie to Greenhoe. Broken up by Pender. Pender gets it out of the zone. McLean knocked off the puck by Digger Anderson. Anderson flips it all the way in on Venjowski. Here's a chance for Micheletti. Behind the defense, Scherf able to play him away from the net, and may have gotten away with one because it's overtime. We got offside.
Oh my, the Rebels have tried to spring that man on that long pass all night, and they've been close, and that was another opportunity there as Micheletti came flying in, but good job by Scherf, and Dexter Carl to hustle over from the weak side and get there, because there was space there.
Another look at it. Micheletti gets this one just before he passes across the blue line. And now you see Scherf coming in from the far side, went down. And it looked like he did a nice job of not tripping Micheletti until Micheletti was passed. There's a chance for the Cardinals out front, but Rolfe can't get a whole lot on it. Pender sends it all the way down. We'll have an icing call. Yeah. Trying to spring Micheletti once again.
Yeah, they're really looking to spring that man the long pass. They understand Coon Rapids is selling their soul sometimes on their rushes. They're really going hard down in the offensive zone. On any turnover, you get that counterattack game going. You got a big gap between the defense, and you can get that puck to a speeding forward, and you got room to do something with it.
Wagner can't get it out. Rolfe circles, shoots, hits traffic. Wagner gets it out of the corner. Pender, no, McLean pokes it out, gets it to neutral ice. Provost drops. Shot by Risner right on. Gronlund saves to the corner for Scherf. Scherf knocked off of his stick. Recovers. Up the boards, Ryan Rolfe. Flips it high to neutral territory. Dan Mossy. First one to the puck. Can't quite get around to get a decent shot. Goes high off the glass. Wagner pokes it to center ice. Provost into the zone. Stood up by, who else? Digger Anderson.
That was a nice hit.
Darren Pender in his own zone. Near side for Mike Austin. His pass broken up by Ammonrood. Jarvie for Ammonrood. Into the zone, winds, fakes, knocked away by Wagner. Jarvie behind the net, tries to get it back to Ammonrood, eventually does to Jeremy Hill, trying to go out front, nobody home. Svensson comes away with it. Anderson, one time's off the boards. Jeremy Hill almost tipped it, but it goes wide of the mark. Austin fires it all the way down. Here's a chance for Rodmacher. The shot, Gromlin, the save. Turning it around, the Cardinals. Jeremy Hill. We've got a whistle.
And for whatever reason, I tell you, Rodemacher again, he got in behind the defense, and he tried to go 5-hole, but Gromlin showed it to him, took it away, and he had a rebound chance. And outstanding play by both players. They're really, again, showing
another look at it. Rodmacher doing a nice job showing it. And good job of Gronlin making the save and keeping it in front of him.
Looks like we have a penalty. There goes a Champlin player into the box, and
Scott Kilcucky picking up the period, or the penalty. 9:37 to go in this overtime period.
And Coon Rapids needs to do something on this power play because the last two haven't been very good. Champlin's done a great job killing them off, and now they need to get it in the zone, set it up, do something with it.
Joey Olson into the zone quickly. Drops it, but nobody home. Broken up by Risner. Scherf drops for Travis Anderson at the blue line. Back to Scherf, far side. Into the zone, knocked away from him by Risner. Joey Olson poking at it. Risner tying it up along the boards, gets it back, flips it all the way down to Gronlin.
Good job by Risner on that play.
Travis Anderson. Cross ice, nobody home. Risner fires it in. Travis Anderson circles in the corner. Far side for Scherf. Back across for Mossy, too far. Wagner has it. Rolf had a chance at it. Wagner gets it back and throws it all the way down. Travis Anderson behind his own net will bring it out the near side. Dan Mossy into the zone, passing, nobody home. Risner flips it back out. Anderson trying to regroup, knocked off his stick by Wagner, and out of bounds. Into the bench. Ben Harris actually knocked that away and into the Cardinal bench for a face-off.
The Rebels are just doing a great job in the penalty. Cardinals can't get in the zone. They try to go wide, they try to go across rink, and the penalty killers for Champlin are just jumping into the passing lanes, keeping their sticks on the ice, and really executing quite well.
This one's fired in on Gronlin by Ben Harris off the faceoff. Derek Berry going cross ice. Greeno tipped it, knocked away from him by Darren Pender. Digger Anderson gets it back in the Cardinals zone. Anderson will carry it across the blue line, take the shot wide of the mark. Darren Pender slides it all the way down. 20 seconds remaining in the power play. Berry leaves it in the corner for Greenhoe. Greenhoe circling far ice, taken away. And here's a chance for Matt Morelli out front. He couldn't hold on, thrown all the way down by the Cardinals. And that will do it for the power play. Another great penalty kill by Champlin Park. Morelli for McLean. Into the zone. Finds a way. Shot. Gronlin the save. Rebound. Svensson couldn't get to it. Morelli into the corner. Morelli going around behind the net. Out to the point for Pender. His shot bounces around and goes wide of the mark. J.J. Jarvie will fire it down. The Cardinals will get the icing call and a switch.
Hey, I'll tell you what, when you kill off a penalty as well as the Rebels did there, what you get is energy. That first shift when they're at full strength, they came out, they flew down, And what happened was McLean, I do believe, came down that left side and had a great opportunity. Shot it out front. Morelli was there. Couldn't get the rebound in, Joe, but the Rebels right now, again, picking up some momentum. And we're deep into this game.
Absolutely. 7:07 to go in the second overtime period. Risner keeps it from going out. Rodmacher a chance and a goal, but no, it's going to go in off the hand. Micheletti batted it in with the hand, and a good call by the official.
Yeah, he tried to, if he would have grabbed it, dropped it down, hit it with his stick, it's a good goal, but not if you grab it and just kind of.
He just batted it in there.
It's not
but
handball.
he tried to make it look like he scored. He danced away like he had scored. The Rebels fans don't like the call.
That was a good call.
But the official right on top of it. There's another look at it.
Can't grab the puck with your hand and you cannot throw it in.
Yeah, Micheletti didn't even make an attempt to get the stick to it. Travis Anderson into the zone for Coon Rapids. Rebels break it right back out. Joey Olson now stood up by Wagner. Loose puck picked up by Dan Mossy. Now Travis Anderson will fire it into the corner for Coon Rapids. Far side, Blake Risner. Played off the puck. Dan Mossy keeps it in the zone. Back behind the net, Wagner in there, pressured by Olson. Near side, here comes Luke Micheletti. Long shot high over the net. Digger Anderson will take it back behind the net. Flip it to center ice. Olson touches it, but McLean controls for the Rebels. Sure. Going back the other way, the Rebels fans want a penalty. Darren Pender in his own zone. Cross ice. Now center ice for McLean. Across the red line, tried to dump it in, turned around, and here's Darren Pender into the zone for Provost. Can't hold on. Derek Berry comes away with it, plays it off the board to neutral ice. Pender back in. Derek Berry back out. Pass too far for Greenhoe. This is Kelkucky. Near side, looking for Provost. Here comes Mike Austin. Into the zone, going wide, tried to pass up front, broken up by Jeremy Hill. Puck left behind for Digger Anderson. He's coming out the near boards. Flips it into the zone. And now Greenhoe coming away with it. Can't hold on. It slips to center ice. Digger Anderson flips it into the corner for Darren Pender. Tried to come to this side of the ice. Knocked down by Jeremy Hill. And now here it's all the way in. Brian Scherf battled with Provost. Coming out with it was Dan Mossy. Broken up by Risner. Radmacher throws it back in.
Good strategy.
Brownland behind the net. Derek Berry circling. 4.5 minutes to go. All the way down and right on. And covering is Van Joski. There'll be a face-off to his left.
Yes, and you know what right now? A lot of players are making great efforts out here. It's going to take some kind of an individual effort by somebody. We've seen that particular play there. Even harder to talk. They tried to spring a long man on the pass there. The Cardinals did, just like the Rebels been doing. Here we go.
Shot off the face-off for Ryan Rolfe. Goes wide. Behind the net, Joey Olson comes away with the puck. Olson goes down. Ryan Rolfe comes away with it. Morelli would not allow the pass to come out front. Olson tried to get it back. Scherf keeps it in to Rolfe. Trying to get it out front. The chance shot high of the mark. Wagner behind the net. Oh, high off the glass.
I thought that was coming to get us.
I thought it was too.
Oh. I don't think either of us would have caught it. I hope Howie could have grabbed it.
Micheletti into the Cardinals zone, going wide, looking for somebody to pass to. He'll go behind the net, out front. The chance, puck still bouncing. Darren Pender gets it back at the point. Backhand broken up by Travis Anderson. Pass too far for J.J. Jarvie. We'll have an icing call. And a face-off to the left of Adam Gronlund with 3:29 to go in this second overtime period.
And fans are getting their money's worth. They're just on pins and needles here with every opportunity. And both teams have had some good opportunities in the second overtime to score goals. And both goaltenders have hung in there, and shooters have missed some opportunities. And right now what's going on is both teams are just trying to hold on.
Digger Anderson behind the net. Matt Greenhoe can't hold on. Darren Pender flips it back the other way. Derek Berry. And now Greenhoe has some room. Stops, knocked away from him by Darren Pender. Digger Anderson flips it in deep. Ryan McLean breaking it out. Far side for Ryan Provost. Provost has some room. The shot wide of the mark. Provost gets the rebound behind the net. He goes down, hit by Digger Anderson. To the point. Greenhoe with some room. Risner will get to the puck first. Behind the net they go. Risner pulls up. Now battling against J.J. Jarvie. Greenhoe in the corner. Point shot from Travis Anderson. Van Josky the save. And another face-off, 2:26 to go.
Yep, a lot of snow on the pants and jerseys of players. They've been diving. They've been falling down out of fatigue. And, boy, we're getting closer and closer to third overtime here, Joe. You see Adam Gronlund there, breathing a little bit of fire. Really, that's sweat meeting cold air. He's worked hard.
Gronlund has been a very busy man between the pipes. 32 of 34 pucks he has stopped. Joey Olsen, the puck in the corner, tough angle, Van Josky the save.
Good try by Joey. He tried to go short side there, and Van Josky, a nice quick glove.
And yeah, it was kind of gratuitous as the loose puck just happened to be right there when he got up off the ice and took himself a tough angle shot, but it looked like it had a chance. Mossy a shot, rebound. Joey Olsen can't get it in. Olsen on the near boards. Austin knocking it away from him. Wagner in the corner, turns and bounces it off the boards. It'll go all the way down. Travis Anderson circles. Ryan Scherf far side. Cross center ice, dumps it in deep. Darren Pender in the corner. Long pass broken up by Ryan Scherf, but Micheletti gets it anyways, but they're going to say that he was offside.
Offside by a skate blade.
And I think that you can attribute that all to Ryan Scherf. Great anticipation, got there. He wasn't able to stop the pass from getting to Micheletti, but he slowed it down enough that Micheletti stepped in offside.
Yep, exactly. That's what hustle will do. It'll just disrupt the other team enough to make something happen for you.
And the faceoff comes just outside the Champlin blue line. They're going to call it intentional offsides. Faceoff goes back to Derek Berry. Jeremy Hill sends it in deep. Darren Pender keeps it, gets it right back out. Digger Anderson can't get it past Micheletti. Now Morelli has it. Dallin Pender behind the net. Micheletti knocks it away from Digger Anderson, but Berry gets it ahead. And now back to Derek Berry behind the net. Off the far boards and all the way down, we'll have an icing call. Face off to the right of Adam Gronlund. 1:03 to go in this second overtime period. And Jerry, we could be in for the long haul.
Right now it's a long haul. You mean a longer haul?
A longer haul.
It's a haul altogether. That's right. Crowd getting into it. They're still awake, clapping away.
This hometown Rebel crowd is just ready to cheer. Brian McLean coming out of the corner for the Rebels. Played off the puck by Matt Ammonroot. J.J. Jarvie picks it up but can't get it out. Provost tried to play it back to the corner, broken up by Ryan Scherf. He gets it to center ice. J.J. Jarvie with it. To Matt Greenhoe, trying to get it back out front. Ammonroot. But Vanchowski, the save. Far corner, Matt Greenhoe dumps it back in deep. Wagner. Jarvie knocks it away from him. McLean gets it forward, but not out. Travis Anderson. Dustin Wagner turning it around. Matt Greenhoe turning it around for the Cardinals. 15 seconds, 16 seconds to go. Pass out front. Travis Anderson can't get to it. Provost on the fly. 10 seconds to go into the zone. Takes the shot. Gronlund to save. 5 seconds. And I'm afraid to say it, folks. We're going to third overtime. But the Cardinals came out flying in that second overtime. I think they outshot, for the first period of hockey so far tonight, they outshot the Champlin Park Rebels. And
yeah, they did. I mean, they really had some good jump their legs. Champlin had some great opportunities too. That was a super overtime period, and I'm amazed we didn't get a goal. But guess what? Both goalies played well.
We'll be right back with the third overtime after this. Well, Jerry,
yeah.
If they needed to look for a little, extra out of themselves in a second overtime, they really need it in a third overtime.
Well, you know, it's just like the players. I mean, there's two of us here, but we got Howie sitting around in case our voices go. We got an extra guy, so don't worry, folks.
Howie is our emergency broadcaster. Cardinals trying to keep that pressure up. Provost gets it behind the net. This will be the second 8-minute overtime period. We play an 8-minute overtime. Have a break. Resurface the ice. A 15-minute overtime. 3 minutes in between. Now another 8-minute, and if nobody scores here, it will resurface and put another 15 minutes on the clock. Ryan Scherf to Dan Mossy into Champlin territory. Ryan Rolfe, first one there, but he can't hold on. Ryan Scherf coming in from the point. Ryan Rolfe behind the net. Played off the puck by Ben Harris. Harris to center ice. Gets it across the red line and dumps it in deep. Provost on the far side, tied up with Travis Anderson. Dan Mossy comes away with it. To Ryan Rolfe. Into the zone. Hit by Blake Risner. Mossy comes in and takes it away. Morelli cuts him off. Risner along the near boards. Into neutral ice. Gets it across the red line and dumps it in deep. Travis Anderson off the boards to Greenhoe. Too far. Stopped by Wagner. That one goes off a stick and into the crowds. We'll have a whistle and a face-off. What do you think, Jerry Grant?
I'm regrouping. I'm trying to figure out something to say. But sometimes, you know, you let the action carry the broadcast. And right now, that's happening.
It's an exciting game, though.
It is.
You couldn't have asked for a closer one than this. Triple overtime?
In the playoffs.
In the playoffs. I actually had the privilege of playing in a couple overtime playoff games in my high school career. Some of the most fun. Of course, that does partially have to do with the fact that we won.
That helped.
But even if we had lost, some of the greatest games that I ever was a part of. But certainly, whoever loses this game tonight, certainly wasn't for lack of effort.
Absolutely not.
Digger Anderson sends that one too far for J.J. Jarvie. We'll have an icing call.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the team that does win this game tonight, they'll be tired, but there'll be a little bit of an adrenaline rush for Saturday. That should hold true, and that'll help them as they go in against the Elks.
A mighty task.
Yes.
Well, if you don't have time to stay up and watch the rest of the game,
we don't.
We understand, so we will have the highlights, including the game-winning goal, which we hope to see within the next hour or so. Monday night on Sports Night, starting live at 7:30 and replayed throughout the week. J.J. Jarvie gets it to center ice. Kelkucky flips it back in. Barry flips it back out. J.J. Jarvie gets it into the zone, but Ryan Provost turning it up ice for Champlin Park, near side. Lost it, now passes it too far. Digger Anderson recovers. Here's a chance. A shot. Big save by Gronlund, and Ben Harris was in all alone. And here's another chance for Harris. Gronlund to save. Another chance. Puck is loose. Micheletti gets it back to Darren Pender. Knocked away from him by J.J. Jarvie all the way down. Van Joski will take it. Jarvie gets it back out front. Shot. Van Joski the save. Micheletti clears the rebound. Micheletti to center ice and into the zone. Knocked off his stick by Digger Anderson. Darren Pender can't get the angle. Pender gets it back to the point for Risner. Risner steps up. Ammonrud knocks it away from him. Now Digger Anderson gets it to center ice. Mike Austin flips it in. Digger Anderson goes long. And we've got an icing call. 4:55 to go, third overtime.
Wow, two absolutely fantastic scoring opportunities. One for each team. Goaltenders again standing on their heads. Unbelievable saves. There's the first
This is the one for Coon Rapids. And watch what happens as Van Joski just didn't get anything on it. J.J. Jarvie flipped it actually behind him. And on the far side coming in the slot was Ammonrud. And I don't know how Van Joski got to save that.
That was a great save. A little help from his defender. Took something off.
Ryan Scherf behind the net. Dan Mossy at center ice into the zone. Shot wide of the mark. Far side. Rolf keeps it in the corner. The Rebels trying to break out. Dustin Wagner bringing it up the middle. Going far boards. Now cutting back to the middle. Lost the puck. Travis Anderson picks it up. Joey Olsen kicks it into the zone. And Van Joski wants a break.
Yeah, he did. He got a little shaky on that cover. He kind of covered it up and he put the paddle down a little late. If you're going to cover it that way, you better make sure the paddle's down first in case it gets by the glove. That'd be a disaster to let a sneaker go in at this point.
In triple overtime, you think? That's one you remember for the rest of your lifetime.
Yes, you would.
Well, I think this one's one you remember for the rest of your lifetime, no matter how it ends.
Great game.
Rolf turns and dumps it in. Darren Pender turns it back up. McLean gets it in deep. 4 minutes to go in this third overtime. Scherf, far side for Rolf. Trying to get it ahead for Joey Olsen, and does. Olsen flips it deep in the corner for Kelkucky. His pass too far for Pender. Micheletti controls at center ice into the zone, trying to get around Ammonrud. Pulled away by Digger Anderson. Digger coming around the far side. And ahead of steam, the Cardinals have the numbers. Digger loses the footing, loses the puck. Jeremy Hill continues on into the corner. Sends it out front, nobody home. Wagner sends it back out to center ice. Derek Barry circling now. Barry's pass goes off Wagner's stick and into the corner. Ammonrud tried to get it back out. Morelli now behind his own net. For Dowell and Pender, back for Morelli. For Dowell and Pender, nice little two-man game. Pender looking for open ice. Going wide. The shot, Gronlund to save Morelli. Can't get to the rebound. And it's cleared all the way down for an icing call by Travis Anderson, and a nicely set up attack by the Champlin Park Rebels.
Yeah, it was a real nice breakout, give and go sequence to start out. Then they found open ice and down came Pender, and a really Nice move to the outside here.
And
he drives the net.
defense never even notices Morelli coming in on the backside.
And
Gronlund makes the first save, and nobody's there for Morelli, but he got a little ahead of himself, couldn't get the stick on.
Yep, got handcuffed.
Ryan Scherf on the near boards. Gets it to J.J. Jarvie, bounces away from him. And the Rebels get it back to center ice, turned away, round, back in. We got an offside call.
Yes, we do.
Against the Cardinals. 2:32 to go. Third overtime period.
Yeah, that's right. Quick line change is very important right now because they say your legs were tired in the first overtime. They're really tired in the second overtime. They're really cement right now.
Yeah, and if we reach another 2.5 minutes a game, these guys are going to start asking if the other team wouldn't mind coming back and finishing this up tomorrow.
Yeah, can we do it tomorrow morning?
You know, can we reschedule? Ryan Scherf with some room on the near boards. He's got a chance, but can't get a lot of wood on the shot. Rolf in the far corner. Scherf in there as well. Scherf keeping it moving in the corner. Rolf continues it, knocked off the puck by Ben Harris. This is McNeil into the zone, around the corner. Played off his stick by Scherf. Rolf gets it out. Risner regroups. Darren Pender. Puck bounces away from Ryan Provost. Travis Anderson fires it down, and then we'll have an icing call and a face-off to the right of Adam Gronlund. And I don't know if icing is such a good strategy in overtime. It brings a lot of face-offs just to the right of your goaltender.
Yeah, it does, but you know,
it also gets you a break.
Gets you a break. I guess that's the good thing. You need a break. I mean, kids are about ready to fall. I mean, these kids are in good shape because they're really playing hard still, but my goodness, a lot of work to make.
Off the face-off, a shot by Wagner goes wide. Micheletti circles, pass out front, broken up by J.J. Jarvie. Wagner puts it back in deep. Digger, Anderson, and Micheletti tied up behind. Micheletti got it out front, shot by Dallenpender goes wide. Ammenroth backhands it out. Wagner to regroup inside his own blue line. Goes up the boards, broken up. Turned around by Derek Barry. Derek Barry into the zone. Stops, shoots wide of the mark, into the far corner. Dallenpender, long pass for Mike Austin. Into the zone, trying to go wide against Digger Anderson. He'll go all the way around the net. And to Darren Pender at the blue line. Pender fires, save made by Gronlund. Dallenpender in the far corner. And we've got a high sticking call against Champlin. It'll go all the way down to the other end for a faceoff. 36 seconds to go in this third overtime period.
Yes, indeed. Another key faceoff coming up now to the right of the Champlin goaltender, and key draw here because it's late in the overtime. You only have 36 seconds till the next intermission break, and you'd like to win this draw and keep it in this end.
Well played faceoff by both centers. Joey Olson comes away with it behind the net, trying to feed Ryan Scherf. But here's a 3-on-2 opportunity for Mike Austin and the Rebels. Austin tried to dump it to Rodmacher, broken up. Joey Olson turning it back up the other way. Gets it ahead to Jeremy Hill, 2-on-1. Ryan Scherf, oh, and he made the save. Vanjowski comes up huge. Wonderfully set up, wonderfully executed 2-on-1 by the Cardinals. But Vanjowski, here's another opportunity. This shot, Vanjowski, the save, he'll cover, and that'll do it for the third overtime. Two late, huge opportunities for Coon Rapids, but Aaron Vanjowski comes up huge, and we're going to overtime number 4. They'll resurface and put another 15 minutes on the board, and every one of the Champlin Park Rebels wants to congratulate his goaltender, as this is just huge, perfectly set up, and completely denies Ryan Scherf. Stick around. I don't know if it can get any more exciting, but we'll have the finish of this game coming up at some point very soon from CTN.
Introducing new frequent phone hours.
Use the phone just 8 hours a week and get this free phone cradle. Use it 12 hours and get a speakerphone.
Use it 15 hours and get this cool headset.
Or stay on the phone 20 hours a week
And get a pasty complexion.
flabby body, and a great new nickname at school.
Exercised lately?
For those, welcome back to the Ice Forum. We're getting ready for the fourth overtime period in the first round of 4 AA tournament action.
Legs are going to be a little tight right now. Everybody needs a shift to get them going again. Our legs are a little tired right now for standing this long. The players really got to be tired with those legs.
Now, I was just thinking about it. I remember being in a double overtime game in the playoffs that we won over Blake when I was in high school. Actually, both junior and senior year, we went to overtime with Blake. Junior year, we went two overtimes. And that was, here's a chance for Ryan Rolfe, knocked away by Blake Risner. But I remember that being the most exhausted I could ever feel after a period and a half of overtime.
Yeah, I could, now they're tired.
These poor guys. Ryan Rolfe shoots, this chance for Olsen, rebound, Rolfe, oh my God, how did he save that? Unbelievable. The Cardinals,
unreal.
The Cardinals have been putting on a lot of pressure in the last overtime period and at the beginning of this fourth overtime period. And Aaron Vanjosky has been playing outside of his, just incredible. I have no idea. Joey Olsen had a tough angle chance right there, and then he put it back on. And Ryan Rolfe had a wide open net, and Vanjosky somehow got there. Micheletti, a chance now for Dallin Pender, but he can't get a hold of it. Digger Anderson behind the net, keeps the puck, sidesteps, coming out near side. Gets it ahead to Greenhoe and to J.J. Jarvie. Here's a chance for Ammonrood. The shot, Vanjosky the save. Darren Pender clears the rebound. Barry keeps it in the zone. Pender to Micheletti. Micheletti flips it in on the backhand. Digger Anderson will regroup. Far side, J.J. Jarvie into the zone. Jarvie trying to feed it to Greenhoe in the slot, but well defended by the Rebels. Scherf keeps it in. Greenhoe pokes it ahead. Pender moves it to the boards. Svensson can't get it out. J.J. Jarvie sends it back in the corner. Risner troubled by Greenhoe. Greenhoe gets it back to Jarvie out front. Ammonrood can't get there. Here come the Rebels. Rodmacher, Svensson into the zone, dumps it in deep. Travis Anderson behind, swings it around the boards. This one will go all the way down. We'll have an icing. No, icing is waved off. Joey Olsen flipping it out front, nobody home. Ryan Provost circling, coming out of the zone, poked at by Mossy, but Provost into the zone around Scherf. Loses his feet, and a penalty coming up against Coon Rapids. Is that stone?
The stone went to the other pocket.
It's been a while. We haven't seen a penalty since that penalty against Provost in the first overtime. This one's going to go against Ryan Scherf. 2 minutes for tripping.
He tripped him.
And Ryan Scherf has been a big part of this Cardinal team today. He has been everywhere. And he just Provost outskate. Whoa, bad call. Bad call. Provost was in front of him, and Provost
got his stick caught in the boards at the end there.
That shows you just how tired they are.
Yeah.
As Scherf just ran into the boards and just fell down. But Provost was ahead of him. Provost just lost the edge. But
the Rock
either way,
has moved.
It's a power play for the Rebels with the puck sliding back. Darren Pender can't get it out. Jeremy Hill trying to feed it out front. Pender cuts it off. Rebels trying to get something done. Jeremy Hill breaks it up. And then Travis Anderson forces the offsides. And a good job by the Cardinal defense.
Yep, it was. And right now, what Champlin wants to do is get it down and set up a power play. You get tired legs, a lot of passes, get the box to move and move and move and break it down. And eventually what you can do is get a great scoring chance, because penalty killers won't be able to move as quickly as they did earlier in the game.
Face off outside the Cardinals zone. Aaron Rodmacher wins the face-off. Back to McLean. Provost carries it into the zone. Into the corner, back to the point for McLean. Sliding across. Shoots wide of the mark. Rodmacher in the corner now. Bringing it back up top for McLean. Back to Rodmacher on the boards to McLean. Wines, fires, gets through. Gronlund to save. Rebound. Provost takes it behind the net. Up top, Ammonrud got to it. McLean kept it in. Provost behind the net. Flips it around the boards. Kelkucky keeps it in. Kelkucky gets it on the near boards. Fires it all the way across. Rodmacher in the corner. Back to Rodmacher. Up top for Kelkucky. Into the corner, around, and Provost. Play it back to McLean at the point. McLean flips it back into Provost. 24 seconds to go on the power play. Ammonrud breaks up the centering pass and gets it out of the zone. McLean. Cross ice to Kelkucky. Kelkucky into the zone. Ridden off by Ammonrud. Ammonrud lost his stick and able to tie it up on the boards.
Quick whistle there, but face-off coming up.
2 seconds left on the power play.
Rebels did a nice job, and I hope they controlled the puck. They had a couple opportunities. They were very patient and almost got a goal out of that. And a nice rebound there.
And there's still some life in these players, and they'll show it, but it's real easy to tell this is a fourth overtime period. Shot from the point, save made by Gronlund. Darren Pender keeps it in. Cardinals back to full strength. Digger Anderson stops it behind the net. Barry plays it off the boards and out. Pender at center ice. Knocked away from him by Joey Olson. Morelli gets it ahead, but Barry gets it back to Mossy. Here comes Mossy. 2-on-1, tried to get it across to Rolfe, but the puck in the air. Digger Anderson from the point goes into the corner. This one fired long. Nicoletti can't get there. We'll have an icing call. What I was going to say is it's easy to see that it's a fourth overtime, as they do have short bursts of speed, but you can tell that these kids, they're tired.
They're out of gas in about the sixth stride. Yeah, before they could really go. Now they're getting a little tired. There's no doubt about that. Well, conditioning now just becomes a big factor. The team that's really conditioned all year will maybe get that goal.
Travis Anderson's backhand goes just wide of the mark. Joey Olson plays it in. Travis Anderson kept it in. Now here comes Ben Harris. Going far side, tried to bring it across. Scherf plays the puck away from him, but Harris able to keep it out of the corner. Pass back to the point. Too far. Wagner had to step back and dump it in. Scherf gets it into the zone. Takes the tough angle shot. Vanjosky the save. Wagner around the near boards. Kept in by Travis Anderson. McLean at center ice. Going wide on Scherf. Plays him into the corner. Winds and fires. That hit Ammonrud. Ammonrud poking at it. Provost had a shot at it and then fired all the way down by Ryan Scherf for the icing call.
Yep, right now that is the decision, and it's a good one. When you're really, really tired, ice it. You don't want to get caught out there with no legs left, because your legs are gone, you are done. As you saw earlier, people will actually fall down. They're so tired. I think we're making a little bit of history, though, here tonight, aren't we? This is probably the longest CTN hockey broadcast ever.
This is most definitely the longest CTN hockey broadcast. The Rebels fans are into this game. Off the face-off, that was tipped. Nice job of J.J. Jarvie anticipating the shot from the point. Got to stick to it and sent it up over the glass. We'll have another face-off.
Yeah, good defensive hockey. You want your stick on sticks. You want to tip shots. Help your goaltender on any way you can. Deny shots. That was a good play.
"36 saves for Adam Gronlund tonight. 26 for Aaron Vanjosky.
And many have been spectacular by both gentlemen.
Derek Barry into neutral territory, tried to dump it in, cut off by Rodmacher. Barry almost got it to Jarvie, but Rodmacher comes away with it. Rodmacher going wide, forced into the corner, around the net, back out front, takes the shot. Gronlund will hold on for the face-off.
Yeah, good job by Adam, hanging in there with Rodemacher, coming around the far post there, trying to do a wraparound shot, and Adam would have nothing of it. As you see, line change a lot more frequently here. Right now, depth is also something you want on your team. Your third, if you had a fourth line, you'd want to sneak them out there for a shift every once in a while. If you had a fifth, it'd be great. I think the Cardinals have one because they're a little short-handed tonight.
Matt Morelli wins the face-off. Jeremy Hill almost broke away. Dan Mossy turns it in. And Jeremy Hill gets it in deeper, turned away by Dustin Wagner. Dallin Pender racing for it, but he's not going to get there in time. We'll have an icing call, and the face-off all the way back in the Champlin end.
Good hustle by Pender there. He gave it everything he had to try to keep that puck from going over the end line. Just didn't quite have enough gas.
8:11 remaining in overtime number 4.
That's Howie's job. He's counting the overtimes for us.
Howie Shapiro is hanging on for dear life over here. He may just decide to sleep here tonight. Here comes Dallin Pender again. Going wide, drops it off for Morelli, knocked away from him by Mossy, but in the corner now is Morelli. Tried to get it out front to Dallin Pender, broken up. Here comes Dan Mossy to center ice. Winds and fires. That hit Dustin Wagner. Mossy fires it around far side. Rolf can't get there. Dallin Pender gets it out. Travis Anderson fires it back in. McLean turning for the Rebels. At center ice, across the blue line. The shot just high of the mark. Far side, Ben Harris moves it across. McLean out front. Gronlund kicked it out, and nearly someone there to recover it. Scherf sends it down for another icing call. Face-off coming to the left of Adam Gronlund with 7:13 in the fourth.
I'll tell you what, there are a couple of players out here, Rodemacher and McLean. They seem to still have a lot of energy. McLean's making a lot of things happen, and
McLean sent that pass, and Gronlund got just a piece of it, enough to knock it away from the two Rebels who were swarming in to try and put this game in the history books. Digger Anderson around the net. He'll break up the far side and now dumps it into the zone. Darren Pender off the boards for Mike Austin. Centers it for Kelkucky. Svensson can't hold on. Ammonroot turns it back to neutral ice. Kelkucky will dump it all the way in. Gronlund behind the net, flips it up the boards for Matt Greenhill. Cross ice for J.J. Jarvie, one-on-one. Big shot, save made by Vanjosky. He'll hold on for a face-off with 6:33 to go.
Good opportunity for the Cardinals, a one-on-one with a head rush of speed for Jarvie. A nice shot go, and again, another save by our Iron goaltenders. They seem to be pretty fresh yet.
Well, they have been playing huge in these overtime periods, especially the last two. That was a big shot from J.J. Jarvie. Ryan Scherf keeping it in on the far boards. Sends it back in deep. Ryan Rolfe giving chase. Tied up by Dustin Wagner, sent back around. Scherf will keep it in. Risner almost had it out. Mossy intercepted. Now here comes Micheletti. Into the zone, cutting across, knocked away by Travis Anderson, then knocked away from Morelli. Morelli dumps it in. Ryan Scherf turning it up ice. Cardinals 3-on-2. Scherf going wide, has the room around Risner. Out front, rebound, no good for Joey Olsen. J.J. Jarvie. And too many men on the ice for Coon Rapids. A critical mental mistake at a critical time in the game.
Easily can see how that happens at this point. I mean, your body starts to get fatigued, and then you mentally get a little fatigued as well. And the kids have played so hard, and it's easy to get confused at this point. And hopefully that won't cost them, but this is another key opportunity for the Rebels with 5:38 left in whatever number overtime. Fourth? Are we in the fourth? Okay.
We're on 4.
All right.
And the Rebels power play earlier in this overtime looked pretty solid.
Yeah, it did. They got McLean back out there, and Provost, and some guys that have caused some noise. Rademacher and
Provost, Rademacher,
and Harris, I suppose.
And Harris up front. Keltucky and McLean at the defense. McLean dumps it in. Digger Anderson, first man there. He'll fire it around the boards. McLean can't keep it in. Throws it back in. Gronlund stops it behind the net. Digger Anderson flips it around the near boards. Keltucky keeps it in. Pass is broken up by Digger Anderson. He'll make a charge. A shot wide of the mark. Matt Greenhoe will throw it all the way down. McLean for Ben Harris. Gets it in deep. Harris keeps it moving. Ammonroot slaps it all the way down.
Nice job so far.
Near side for Wagner. Wagner with some speed, cut off by Travis Anderson. Ryan Scherf around behind the net. He'll flip it all the way down. Manjowski doesn't stop it. Wagner on the near side. Gets it back across for Darren Pender. Pender across center ice. Shot, Gronlund to save. Dowlin Pender keeps it going behind the net. Scherf whacks at it. It hits the netting. We'll have a whistle in the Cardinals' corner with 32 seconds remaining on the Champlin Park power play.
And so far the Cardinals doing a pretty good job here killing this one off. They haven't let the Rebels set up their point shots, which they're trying to do the high-low, but they just haven't let them set up, period. And that's the best way to kill a penalty as the crowd tries to stay awake here.
Micheletti trying to bring it out front, knocked away from him. Jeremy Hill feeds it to Ryan Scherf on the run, trying to get outside, and Dustin Wagner knocked off his stick. Wagner recovers in the corner. 15 seconds to go on the power play. Far side, Dowlin Pender working across center ice and into the zone. Trying to walk in from the corner. He'll dump it back to Dustin Wagner. Cross point shot. Save, rebound, cleared to the corner by Travis Anderson. Cardinals back to full strength. Morelli spinning in the corner. Dowlin Pender near side. Pressured by Ryan Scherf. Scherf will take him into the boards, but Pender comes away with it. Pender shot wide of the mark. Darren Pender far side. Pressured by J.J. Jarvie. Ryan Scherf knocks it away. Jeremy Hill gets it to center ice. Joey Olsen can't hold on. Jeremy Hill scooping it up. Joey Olsen back to Derek Berry. Berry rolls into the zone. The shot wide of the mark. Under 3 minutes to go in overtime number 4. Rolf kept it in. Ben Harris flips it out. McLean showing something. Knocked off the puck by Travis Anderson. Digger Anderson into the zone around Darren Pender. The shot, Pender knocks it down. Jeremy Hill trying to poke it in from close range. McLean circling in out of the zone. Chased by Joey Olson. Wines, fires. Gronlund the save. He'll cover. We'll have a face-off.
Nice job by Olson back-checking McLean, because McLean has great speed. He's very shifty, and somehow these players keep digging deeper to find more energy to get the job done. I wish I could find that energy.
Yeah, at this point, I'm not really sure where they get
Don't look at your watch. I don't want to know.
We're starting to.
Are we on air?
We're going on 4 hours of hockey. A very long hockey game. Rodmacher taken away from him by Ryan Scherf. Near boards, Blake Risner pinches in, gets it to Rodmacher coming out of the corner. Rodmacher across, loose puck in front. The Cardinals clear. All the way down, we'll have an icing call. 2:02 to go in overtime number 4.
Wow, that puck was so close to going in. That was about...
and there was just nobody there to get to the loose puck. Rodmacher made a nice effort to get it on net. Gronlund made the save. Now the rebound comes back to the near side, and there was just nobody there of either color, really. And finally, Travis Anderson gets to it and sends it out of danger. J.J. Jarvie into the zone, slows up, cuts across, shot, save made. Ammonrud tried to dump it back out front, nobody home. Luke Micheletti turning it up ice, knocked down by J.J. Jarvie and kept in. Greeno turns and fires, Vanjoski the save. Jarvie turns and fires, that goes behind the net. Ammonrud sends it back behind the net. Jarvie will keep it back there momentarily. Shot right on. Vanjoski the save. Risner around. Stopped by Greeno. Ammonrud trying to pass out front. That hit traffic. Risner circling in the corner. Off the boards for Dallin Pender. Trying to get it to Luke Micheletti. Too far ahead of him. Scherf keeps that one. Now Travis Anderson. Cardinals trying to catch him on a change. Dan Mossy the shot. Vanjoski the save. Rebound. Ben Harris rebound. Right there. Ryan Rolf can't put it behind him. We're under a minute to go in the 4th overtime. Darren Pender can't get it out. Scherf shot. Rebound. Heads to the corner. Ryan Rolf gets it back. Shot. Vanjoski the save. Hold on for the rebound. For the face-off. 38.7 to go in overtime number 4, and Vanjoski had to take just a little bit of a breather there at the end of that.
Oh, did he ever? Another unbelievable. He's unconscious right now.
The 2 goaltenders refuse to end their season. Both teams finding ways to get good opportunities, and both goaltenders just shutting them down.
Shutting them down. No doubt about it. It's been
at this
the 2
point,
stars of the game are the goaltenders.
Absolutely.
No 40, no matter what happens.
40 saves
awesome
for Gronlund tonight. 32 saves for Vanjoski. Wagner gets it ahead to Dallin Pender and into the zone. Pender around the corner. In, tough shot. Gronlund the save. Barry comes away with it. The net went off its moorings. And Pender thought maybe he scored as he hit Gronlund right in the middle of his chest, and he just didn't.
He's got to at least put a stick up to see what it feels like. You know?
He didn't see what happened to the puck, so maybe he just figured he must have scored. Oh, he kind of caught that with his face mask, and then he drops it out when he turned his head. Pender, you see him in the background celebrating, and that's a scary one. Micheletti turning. gets it in the zone. On the backhand, knocked away by Travis Anderson. 5 seconds to go in this period. Kept in at the point by Darren Pender. His shot goes wide of the mark. We're going to overtime number 5, Jerry.
5th overtime.
Stick around. You don't want to miss it. If you've been with us this long, you might as well stay for the duration. We're going to 5th overtime after this.
It's my birthday. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, I told you, don't be bringing that weak stuff in here. Yeah. Who's the man? Who's the man?
Exercised lately?
Well, we're just underway, and believe it or not, overtime period number 5. McLean circling, his pass broken up and back into neutral ice. Big shot by Wagner into the corner. Scherf will take it behind the net. His pass broken up, shot right on. Gronlund the save, and he hangs on for the rebound. And Provost, again, the one taking the shot at the goaltender, and he's been doing that all night. Got himself 1 penalty for it.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't get another one.
In the first overtime. And you don't want to take another one in the 5th overtime.
No, you don't. No, at this point, the Rock is once again in the favor of the Cardinals. So if a penalty's called, they're probably due.
The Cardinals have had the last 2 penalties.
Then it's really in their favor. That's called the double Rock.
The double Rock. But it's Champlin Park home ice. So.
That's good.
Micheletti can't get it out of the corner. Ammonrud, nice job of blocking that pass. Greenhoe gets it ahead, but not out. Dallin Pender keeps it in, but Greenhoe turns it right back around. Pender keeps it in again. Into the corner, Luke Micheletti. First one there, trying to pass out, broken up by Scherf. Far side, Travis Anderson. Flips it high off the boards and all the way down. Kelkucky and Jarvie racing for it. Jarvie will win the race. Tried to pass out front, broken up by Darren Pender. Darren Pender to center ice, to the blue line. The shot, Gronlund easy save, turned around. Pender will get it back. His shot hits traffic. Jarvie can't get it out. Rodmacher forces it into the corner. Digger Anderson takes a man into the boards. Rodmacher with the puck, though, behind the net. Rodmacher trying to get it to someone else, but can't find any help. Ryan Scherf can't get it out of the zone. Digger Anderson does. And that'll show you just how tired they are as 2 Cardinals run into each other, trying to make their way into the zone. And there are just bodies falling now. Ryan Rolfe with a head of steam brings it in. Pass broken up by Wagner. He had Joey Olsen in the slot. This one fired all the way down. We'll have an icing call. 6 minutes to go.
6 minutes to go in this overtime, number 5.
Now I'm starting to wonder what the record is for high school tournament action.
We're approaching it.
We're in 5.
6 overtimes, Apple Valley, Duluth East, was it not? I don't know if that was the record, though. It was in the state tournament record, but I don't know in the playoffs. We'll have to get our stats department
I don't know,
on
but
that.
we've got 5. We've got 5.
Get Howie to look that up for us.
McLean coming out of the zone, going wide on Derek Berry. Berry will keep him in the corner. He comes back out. Gronlund the save, rebound, puck loose. Gronlund covers up.
Yeah, once again, Provost in the middle of all that. He's stirring up the mix in there.
I think even Digger Anderson, who's spent his fair share in the box tonight, went to the referee and said, you know, this guy keeps doing this and he's got to stop hitting our goalie after he's covered the puck.
Yeah, McLean made that all happen again.
Once again, Gronlund hit after covering the puck, this time by McLean. Another face-off coming up to the right of Groundland. Nice job by Dan Mossy. Just ran over Ben Harris. Digger Anderson. Nice job of keeping Provost away from the puck. Rebels fans wanted a penalty, but that's not a trip if you're just holding your stick down. Micheletti into the zone. Flips it in. Groundland easy catch.
And Micheletti's been quiet today. He hasn't had that many great scoring opportunities. He is the leading scorer for the Rebels. McLean and Rademacher have been all over the place here, and they just keep shuffling players on and off the ice. And there's a gentleman saying, I got to go to work in 2 hours.
That is a sentiment shared by many people here tonight. Well, but in hindsight, be glad that the Cardinals and the Rebels weren't the early game tonight.
That's right.
If you were an Anoka or Cooper fan, you should have been waiting a long time. You wouldn't have been starting your game until 10:30, 11:30 at night.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, who knows at this point? We may still be here at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning.
They have to bring in a second shift.
Travis Anderson and Luke Micheletti go to the corner. This is Morelli and Ammonrud battling it out, the two captains. Puck goes behind the net. Scherf moves it out. Risner sends it back in. Rebels will get a change. Nice cross-ice pass from Travis Anderson. Jeremy Hill can't get around Risner. Tried to go over him. That didn't work so well either. Risner gets it to Pender. His pass knocked down by Ammonrud. Rademacher gets it ahead. Rademacher again. Ammonrud into the zone. Knocked back out. Cardinals got to watch those changes.
Yeah, they do.
Can't afford another 6 men on the ice. Greenhoe, big shot wide. Mossy gets it back to Barry for the big shot. Goes wide. Darren Pender off the boards to neutral ice. Joey Olson will recover it in his own zone to Ryan Rolfe. Tipped in, and we'll have an icing call. 3:28 to go in overtime number 5.
There's our record statistician right now checking it out for us. We should get a definitive answer on which is the longest playoff overtime.
I don't know. This is the longest of my career.
It's nice to set records, isn't it? Don't look at your watch.
You've told me that before.
Every time you look at it, I'll say it again.
I'm trying not to.
Our technical crew, our camera people are still awake. They're doing an awesome job. I'm working on it.
Shot goes the far side. Travis Anderson can't get it out. McLean coming out of the corner. Can't get the shot off. Keeps the puck. Backhand. Hit Derek Barry, and here come the Cardinals. Joey Olson to Ryan Rolfe. Rolfe, big shot wide. All the way back to neutral territory. Travis Anderson will flip it back ahead and in. Darren Pender. First one there off the boards for Provost. He's played off the puck, and here comes Derek Barry. Nice pass out front. Joey Olson. Backhand just goes wide. Darren Pender to center ice. Into the zone. Big shot up into the netting. We'll have a face-off with 2:32 on the clock in period 8. If you're keeping track by 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's right. That would be period 8. Absolutely. You know, the chances in this overtime haven't been as close in or as exciting as last time. The players really starting to lose gas.
They're very tired. Tied up out front, bouncing around. Matt Greenhoe finally comes away with it. Micheletti with an opportunity. He knocks the net off. but that's giving it your all, and he came darn close to sneaking that one in.
Yes, he did. That was good individual effort.
Just couldn't quite wrap it hard enough.
No, he tried, like I say. There's Danjowski sitting down there right now, getting ready to stop his next shot as he's faced so far 34 Cardinal shots at this point. And, Adam Gronlund with 47 shots his way.
Micheletti again, can't get it out front. Ammonroot to Greenhoe. To J.J. Jarvie. He's hauled down, no call. Wagner to Micheletti. Played off the puck by Scherf. To Ammonroot, back into neutral territory. Risner turning it back up. He's played off the puck by Ammonroot. Back to Scherf now. He'll come across the red line, dump it in deep. Scherf keeps it in at the point, dumps it to the corner. Rodmacher first one there. Near side, Mike Austin. Stopped up by Mossy, but gets it right back. Here's a chance for Dowlin Pender on the breakaway. No good. Gronlund dives out on it and gets the whistle as the Cardinals couldn't seem to figure out where the... Oh, God, is that the stupidest penalty I've ever seen?
He got two, I think. I think he got a sportsmanlike 10, and he's got something else to go with it. And at this point,
Digger Anderson gets the penalty purely for mouthing off to the official.
And that shortens the Cardinal bench when they're already short. One key player off the ice for them. The Rebels have everything set up for them right now to win this game.
I haven't heard if that's going to be a 10-minute.
Yeah, it should be. He gave the misconduct thing.
If it is, that's huge. Another look at it. Pender coming in, made a nice move, but Gronlund had that corner all covered up.
Yep, we got a 2-minute on the board, plus I'm sure 10, and this is a key moment. Minute 21 left in the period, so the Rebels, like I say, are sitting here looking really good right now.
Now the 2 minutes has come off the board. The Cardinals have 5 guys on the ice, just a 10-minute misconduct, but that means that Digger Anderson can't be out there for 10 minutes. He can't. The team isn't shorthanded, but they are, because they have no reserves, and they're playing in the 5th overtime.
Exactly.
And that penalty will go into the 6th overtime if the game does. Rodmacher into the corner for Provost, back around McLean. Rolf takes him out at the point, but McLean get it back to the corner for Provost. Derek Berry has him tied up. Rodmacher behind the net. Into the corner, he's tied up. And that'll draw the whistle with 42.9 seconds to go in overtime 5.
24-hour around-the-clock coverage of Cardinal sports continues.
That's right. It's the around-the-clock, and it's all one game.
It's all one. You know what really is going to be exciting? I don't know how that's going to be edited for sports night. I mean, how are you going to fit this in a half hour?
Excuse me, but we've got other things to worry about before then. We've got to get this on air. I mean, I don't know if the news and everybody else, there's this shot blocked by Matt Greenhoe, goes into the corner. Morelli can't hold on to it. Loose puck picked up by Travis Anderson. Ahead, Greenhoe can't get a stick on it. It'll go down for an icing call.
Well, great effort again. Now, what?
Yeah, there's plenty of highlights for sports night.
Yeah.
And where do you what highlights do you take?
You start with the goaltender.
Yeah,
you could have just a whole goaltender reel for a half an hour.
You would think that you would want to show the goals. But at this point, I don't know if there's time to show the goals because there have been so many incredible saves in this game.
Yeah, it's really been a showcase for those goaltenders.
78 saves between the two. Dowlin Pender, backhand goes wide. Matt Morelli in the corner, spins, tied up by Scherf. And sorry to say it, folks, it looks like we are going to go to overtime number 6. I didn't want to jinx it.
Number 6, and everybody in the crowd kind of just put their head down and said, oh my.
We're through 5 overtime periods. We're going to resurface and put another 15 minutes on the clock. This game may never end. Stick around.
Free popcorn for everyone, I hope.
Hey, stick around. We will have the conclusion to this game. We've stuck it out this far. We're going all the way to the end. Welcome to period number 9.
We're still here.
Number 9. Now, see, that one hit the side of the net, and if this was like second period, I might have gotten excited and thought that was a goal.
Yep.
But since we're into the 9th period, I know we're going to be here forever.
Yeah, we're just eternally here.
That's right. So no way it was a goal.
But I'll tell you what, the refs are still looking fresh. They're ready to go this overtime.
Well, maybe if we pay them enough, one of them will score. Joey Olson into the corner for Coon Rapids. The Rebels dig it out. Big shot from Anderson at the point. Puck out front. Mossy can't get to it before the goaltender, Van Joski.
And Van Joski is
33rd save of the night.
And wow.
Yeah.
46 for Adam Gromlin.
A lot of saves.
A lot of discs flying around.
A lot of saves. And if this game is over by Saturday, they will play noon on Saturday against the number 1 seeded Elk River Elks.
Home, probably the Elks, sleeping, resting.
Yeah, right, like the Elks needed any more of an advantage other than to have the team come off the longest game in history. Darren Pender can't hold on, but he gets it back. Plays it up the boards. Scherf holds it in. Greenhoe turns and fires. Van Joski the save. Rebound near side. Scherf can't hold on. Taken away by Micheletti. Micheletti across the blue line. Shoots. Gronlund the save. And not even the shots have a lot on them anymore.
Nope, not much zip. And the players coming to the bench are just kind of huffing and puffing all the way over.
Pass out front. Nobody home but Cardinals. Jarvie gets it all the way down. Wagner back to his own goal line. Up for Austin. Lost the puck. Anderson flips it in. Dustin Wagner turns it around. Joey Olson keeps it in at the blue line. Far side, Derek Berry holds it. Long shot just wide. Dustin Wagner off the end boards. Flips it to center ice. Travis Anderson to Ryan Rolfe. He can't hold on. Fired in on Gronlund. Easy save. Left for Derek Berry. Round the near boards. To center ice comes Joey Olson. Drops for Mossy. The shot. Van Joski just got enough to knock it wide.
That was heading home.
Wagner tried to flip it out. Mossy stops it. Cox fires. Hit traffic. McLean turns it up ice. Mossy knocks it away from him, but picking it up is Risner. The chance for Joey Olson. Dropping it off. Shot hits traffic. Harris moves it up the boards. Scherf stops it up. Ammonroot tried to get it back in, but can't. Loses it. Now gets it back in. Dumps it in deep. Darren Pender coming up the near boards. McLean fires it all the way down. We'll have an icing call.
Yep. That's called the old tired icing call there. They're a little tired at the end of that shift, and fresh bodies coming off.
I would be a lot tired if I was them.
And there are people still hanging around here. Look at the fans just refreshing themselves.
A lot of blue in the audience here. The Champlin Park Rebels, of course, this is their home ice.
That's right.
And they had the home ice advantage to begin with, but a lot of the Cardinals fans, I think, have left. And a very dominantly Champlin Park crowd.
Cardinals trying to keep that puck in there, and good strategy right now. Just dump it down low. Try to get the other team, the Rebels, to make a mistake in their own defensive zone.
Cardinals keep it in deep. Now turning it around. This is Nick Smith trying to get it in. Cardinals stop it up. Travis Anderson to center ice, 3-on-2 for the Cardinals. Anderson going wide, trying to get it back to Olsen. Broken up by Svensson. Risner gets it ahead. Oh! Scherf's pass goes through the crease. Olsen couldn't get a stick on it. Now Olsen dumps it off to Anderson. Shot high. But Vanjowski will hold on for the faceoff. 10:49 to go in overtime number 6.
Cardinals look a little bit more tired than the Rebels right now. The Rebels look a little more tired than the Cardinals right now. Coon Rapids has a good start to this overtime, and they're doing it without Digger Anderson. He's still in the penalty box serving that misconduct, and he should be in there for about 5 more minutes, I think.
Wagner flips it around far side. Provost moves it to center ice. Scherf gets it to Joey Olsen. Into the zone to Dan Mossy. Tried to get it across in front. Rolf shoots, rebound. Olsen can't get the stick on it. Wagner in the corner. That one is a souvenir.
She goes up and over the crowd here. There's the fans down there trying to get a souvenir puck. It could be a record-breaking souvenir puck, you know.
She's not sure if she wants to throw it back or keep it.
Keep it. Some lucky fan got that one. You see that shot coming in, and the rebound cleared quickly.
Darren Pender coming out from behind the net to Brian McLean. He's showing some fire. Played off the puck by Travis Anderson. Derek Berry flips it back to neutral ice. Galucky. Darren Pender. Long shot in on Gronlund. He'll play that one into the corner. Ryan Rolfe gets that one out. Icing is waved off as Kelkucky had a piece of it. He'll check it down behind the net. His pass broken up by J.J. Jarvie. Showing some speed, getting in, but Darren Pender cuts off the pass. Matt Greenhill knocked away from him. Here's a chance for Luke Micheletti. Micheletti, a 2-on-1, passes out front, but Provost can't get to it. Rebound hits the side of the net. Travis Anderson there to break it up. He'll go off the boards and out to center ice. Risner throws it in on Gronlund, and we'll have an offsides. And a face-off near center ice.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Rebels, they came in on a nice 2-on-1, but they didn't have very good spacing. They're too tight to each other. They didn't really stretch it out to the far post like they needed to, and that made Adam Gronlund's job a little easier. And he doesn't need any help tonight. He's played very strongly, and he's going to take a good shot or a fluke to get by him.
He's got 52 saves. It's a lot of rubber.
Yes, sir.
Derek Berry circling it out of the zone, knocked off his stick by Svensson. Played into the far corner. Ben Smith can't get to it. Derek Berry keeps it into the corner. Smith coming out, has a man shot, hit the post. Rebound. Here's a chance back at the point. Wagner shot, save made by Gronlund. Far side, Risner back to Rodmacher out front. Smith can't get a hold of it. Cleared to the blue line, but not out. Kept in by Wagner.
The Rebels have them right now where they want them. The Cardinals are dead tired.
Rodmacher, far side. Wagner gets there, but chopped away by Barry. Svensson behind the net, trying to feed Smith in front, no good. Oh! Finally, the whistle goes. A lot of extra stuff going on down there. Adam Gronlund saying, hey, man, don't hit me after the whistle. I just want to take a little nap.
I need to take a nap. I want to break.
55 saves on the night. And that was a great shift for Champlin Park. They put a lot of big pressure.
Yeah, they really did.
On Adam Gronlund, and including the big post. And
it's the first time he's had help from the post all night, and he deserved it.
Kelkucky flips it into the corner for Brian McLean. McLean played off it by Sherpa, comes out of the corner, the shot out front. Gronlund the save, the whistle goes. The Champlin guys were jumping up and down like they won the game, but I never saw the puck go in the net even after the whistle.
Nope, referee was right in the line, sitting right next to the goal watching, and no, that did not go in the net.
It hit the net.
But the Rebels are getting closer.
It hit the net, but the net above the plexiglass, and that means a whistle. Ryan Rolfe trying to go outside on Darren Pender, leaves it for Joey Olson. He's played off the puck by Harrison and McLean, turning it up into Cardinal territory. Played wide by Travis Anderson. Good job of keeping his stick off the puck. Anderson will recover on the near boards. He's got a head of steam. He's getting around Pender. Almost got the bounce as he tried to center it. High off the glass, stopped at the point. Shot by Mossy hits traffic, and Harris has it behind the net. And he just about took out one of his teammates with that one. He just wanted to get a change, and he fired it into his team's bench.
Yeah, good thing they all have helmets on, face masks.
The coaches don't.
Coaches were all scrambling. I in the back, Coach Peterson, Coach Janastin there. Why didn't they move that fast this time, right?
The fans are behind the Rebels. 7:29 remaining in period number 9. Face-off one. Greenhold, his shot hits traffic. Dowlin Pender, far side, flips it to the line, but not. Well, they're going to say he got out.
He's on the line again. Referees are right on it.
They're just a little late.
Officials done a very good job. They right now have set, the game settled into a good pace where the players are just playing hockey
with as much enthusiasm and energy as they possibly can.
And you know what?
Which isn't a lot at this point.
But they're still giving it everything they have. It's amazing.
This one's going to go all the way down. We'll have an icing call. And certainly the opportunities have thinned out since about the third overtime.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, that was the key overtime. Since then, the gas has kind of left. Coach Rue still into it, trying to
keep his guys motivated.
Keep them motivated. They're still leaning over the boards. They're standing a lot of guys early into the game.
Well, I think a lot of them know that win or lose, this is probably the greatest game they've ever played in. I mean, to go to 6 overtimes, and we are more than midway through the 6th overtime.
And the fresh player has hit the ice here for the Cardinals. Let's see what he can do. As you see, number 40 there. Done serving his time in the sin bin.
In the sin bin.
Since this game's a classic, we might use some classic terminology.
And now he's going to the bench to talk to Coach. And certainly Coach is thinking, I don't need you lipping off to the refs anymore. Morelli tied up on the far boards. Kicked to the line, but not out. Kelkucky puts it back behind the net. Derek Berry plays it there, knocked away from him by Dallin Pender. Luke Micheletti coming away with it, leaving it for Morelli, broken up by Travis Anderson. Ryan Scherf, cross ice to Matt Greenhill. Greenhill comes away with it, can't get much wood on it. Now sends it into the far corner. Kelkucky fires it high off the glass. And a 2-on-1 opportunity. Ben Smith played off the puck by Digger Anderson. Dallin Pender tried to move away from it, but Emenrud pokes it to the corner. Thrown back in deep by the Rebels. Anderson. Cross. And a dangerous pass broken up at mid-ice by Svensson. Digger ties up Rodmacher in the corner.
He's still hitting everything that moves, Joe.
He's got to watch that going at him one hand at a time. Oof, good shot on net by Wagner and save. The 57th of the game for Adam Gronlund.
I don't know how he saw that through a screen, but he did, and he was able to get a glove on it and make a nice save.
We've played almost 109 minutes of hockey. Well, we haven't.
I feel like I have.
Sure, flips it ahead, and that's going to be icing. It bounced over the stick of Blake Risner. 5.5 minutes to go. Exactly 108 minutes and 30 seconds of hockey.
You know,
between these two clubs
I just
tonight.
want to state, if they make the record book, we will too. Because I don't think anyone's talked this long before. On air.
It's a lot of talking.
Well, then again, maybe Coach Gunnarsson and French together have added up about that many minutes. But yeah, I think we have a chance.
We should have had them here.
Let's call them up. They may have to come in about an hour.
Coach Gunnarsson come in and be the second shift.
Well, he's ready. You know, now he's retired. He might be looking into broadcasting a little bit.
Well, we were talking to him a little bit about that on Sports Night.
Maybe how we can give him a call on the cell phone and see if he'll come down.
My guess, he's sound asleep and he ain't gonna get up for us. Joey Olsen trying to go wide. Wagner cuts him off. Olsen will circle, dumps it deep into the corner. Wagner with it, trying to get it back out. Rolf, the shot wide of the mark. Far side, Mossy keeps it in. Now gotten out by Provost. Anderson flips it in right on the net. Risner to Provost. Kept in at the line by J.J. Jarvie. Risner back into the corner for it. Provost on the boards, loses it. Travis Anderson shot wide. McLean loses his feet. J.J. Jarvie into the zone, 3-on-2 for Coon Rapids. Jarvie hit the post. McLean fires it all the way down. We'll have an icing call. And the Cardinals are lucky that McLean didn't look up ice because Luke Micheletti was at the blue line all by himself.
All alone. And the Cardinals now have a post to their favor, and I guess that'd be to their disfavor, because when you hit one, it's not a favor.
4.5 minutes remaining in the 6th overtime.
Well, you know, they get a 3-minute break coming up here in a little bit. Uh-oh, that flip didn't work.
Digger Anderson keeps it in at the point shot. Benjowski, the glove save.
That puck must look like a beach, not a beach ball. Looks like a house coming at it
His
right now.
36th save of the night. At the other end, 58 saves for Adam Gronlund.
Whatever those two guys ate before they played, they'll probably eat it again and again and again in their future.
I wonder if it's Wheaties.
There we go.
Micheletti with a break. 1-on-1 against Digger Anderson. Shot, save made by Gronlund. He'll hold on for the whistle.
Yes, he will. Another save.
59. I'm guessing that's his record for single game performance.
Well, he's a great goaltender, and he's proved it tonight. And he's just a junior. You always want to build your team from the goal out. That's a great strategy, and they're looking good for next year. He's a great goalie.
All conference, and he's showing why. Big shot from the point, hits traffic, and then the boards behind the net. Sure. And Svensson go down. Mossy flips it to the line, but not out. Wagner sends it wide of the net. Mossy, first one there. Ryan Rolf gets it off the boards. Joey Olsen racing for it. Dustin Wagner will get there first. Turning it up ice for Champlin Park. Into the zone. Scherf, across for Rolf. Turned around by Risner. This one's going to go all the way down. Icing waved off. Dustin Wagner all alone as the Cardinals get a line change. And they are floating a man. It's Matt Svensson. But that's not going to work. Ben Smith and Travis Anderson tie up behind the net. Provost in there working at it. Coming away with it is Matt Greeno. Gets it ahead to J.J. Jarvie on the backhand wide. Darren Pender to Brian McLean into the zone, trying to go wide. Gronlund, the easy save. Provost going back the other way, tied up by Scherf. Centering pass broken up by Ammenrud, and he ices it. We'll have a face-off in Cardinal territory with 2:39 remaining in the 6th overtime.
Yes, indeed. Say, right now, you'll see a little bit of the Cardinal action. They're trying to float a man, which can work to your advantage, of course. The people still looking at that record, trying to figure out what is that record anyhow.
Yeah, that's the about 8-year-old child we showed looking at it at the beginning of the overtime. Dropping it off for Ryan Rolf. A chance, a backhand rebound. Cleared by Darren Pender. Brian McLean. Back for Pender. Pass a little bit behind Ben Harris. Digger Anderson plays him with the hip check. Pender breaks up the pass and into the zone. Pender, shot. Gronlund holds on. We'll have a face-off with 2:08 to go in period number 9.
Hey, you're just not going to beat one of these goaltenders with a long shot. They're just seeing the puck so well. Again, you got to get in front of him. You got to screen. You got some rebounds. See a few
they're not giving up rebounds either.
They're not. I see a few people packing up the families and leaving.
Not many,
some youngsters there. A few people leaving. Not many, huh?
And my guess is very few of the players on the ice. Big shot from the point goes high. Not many of these players are going to be in school tomorrow, is my wager. Or they're going to be sleeping in school. Joey Olsen on a break. He's got some room. This shot, save made, rebound. Hits the post. Unbelievable. Back to the point. Travis Anderson to Mossy. This shot, save made and cleared. And the Cardinals are doing it. Dalton Pender will get there before it ices. He can't get his shot on. I don't know how much you can ask for. The Cardinals are doing just what you said. They're screening. They were getting rebounds. A rebound off the crossbar. A good screen shot with a rebound that sat there, but they just couldn't be the first ones to it.
This has been their overtime period. I mean, they have had the chances this overtime period. They've done everything.
60 saves for Adam Gronlund tonight. 40 for Aaron Van Josky. 100 saves out of 104 shots.
And we're over 100 minutes. A lot of hundreds here.
Way over 100 minutes.
They may have to pay us both $100 for being here. How's that sound?
I might want more than that. Ammenrud gets it out on the far side. A minute to go in period number 9. Jarvie can't hold on to the pass. Turned around. Now Greenhoe gets it. Dumps it back in. Darren Pender brings it back out for the Rebels. Across the blue line, and he shows some speed.
Yeah, he did.
Played to the corner by Digger Anderson. Recovers. Cardinals playing with fire there in front of their own net. Aaron Rodmacher turning it around. Gets it for Ben Smith. Smith back for Risner. And for Rodmacher on the near side. Digger Anderson plays him off the puck. Wagner, there's a shot, the rebound. And I have no idea how that one ended up under Gronlund. That one hit a couple people out front, was bouncing around. I thought that was the end of our game.
That was
somehow Gronlund ends up on top of the puck. 15.8 seconds.
And look at him. He's right now having a hard time getting up.
Remaining.
He's tired. They're both, the goaltenders are tired.
That hit
Their
two
legs
people.
look at that thing.
Digger Anderson came sliding across. It hit him, and then it hit Ben Smith, or Nick Smith rather, number 14 of Champlin Park, and it was going maybe behind him and possibly into the net, but it went off of Nick Smith and under him.
Guess what?
And we have played 114 minutes of hockey tonight.
And we get
Think
a
about
3-minute break.
114 minutes of hockey. We'll take a short break and be back with the 10th period after this.
It was called the greatest generation any society has ever produced. They were ordinary people who half a century ago did nothing less than help save the world. Millions served in uniform, millions more served at home, and nearly 500,000 gave their lives. And yet there is no national memorial to honor their sacrifice. It is time to say thank you.
Call now and help build the National World War II Memorial.
Can't get it past Harris. Mossy gets it out. Risner flips it right back in. Travis Anderson off the near boards. Dustin Wagner turns it around. That one deep into the corner. Scherf picks it up behind the net. Travis Anderson on the boards. Back to Scherf, can't hold on. Risner gets to it and fires it down. That'll be an icing call.
Yep, just wanted to get a shift change. Say your shifts you build for 45-second shifts in a normal game. They're down to like 4.5 seconds.
You know, if I'm
now.
the Rebels, the motivation is growing.
Yeah.
To be the one to score this game-winning goal. The parents are a little tired. This game started almost 5 hours ago. They have started pinning money up on the back of the Rebel bench as motivation that's what you get if you score the game winner.
Well, they're up to a lot of cash, it looks like here. I saw a couple tens
There's a good, there's a good 25, 30 bucks. If I had my skates with me, I'd go out there and try and
that'd be
score
fun
it.
to go score that.
I think actually, now that the guys are all tired out, I might have a chance of keeping up with them, too.
There we go.
Maybe. Digger Anderson fires it in and around.
Yeah,
Pender sends it all the way down. We'll have an icing call.
Yep. Well, you know, the really hard part is when you get to that second overtime, you've only had a 3-minute break and you haven't had the flood. I mean, you can rejuvenate yourself with about a 12, 13-minute break. But look at that, cash.
Cash monies. There are 10s in there. There's also 1s. I think I saw 5, too. I think it's about $27.
My goodness.
It's not a bad gig. But certainly that would not be the big payoff. Greeno, the shot, high rising shot, gloved by Van Josky.
Yeah, the payoff is to go in the record book and to celebrate and have the elation.
And they get to take their equipment off.
Yeah, the equipment will kind of peel off after this game. It's not already peeling.
Yeah. And I'm guessing that they are a little tired and would like a little bit of a rest. Derek Berry loses it momentarily, but ties up well with Svensson. Loose puck out front. Smith the shot. Gronlund the save. Rebound to Digger Anderson. Can't get it out. Wagner keeps it in at the line. Stepping up. Wagner out front. There it is. Tucking it away is Matt Svensson. A minute 59 into overtime, number 7.
And the Rebels.
The Champlin Park Rebels. It took them 66 shots to finally win, but they have done it. Adam Gronlund played his heart out.
And there's elation over there on the Rebel sidelines. The players are up on the boards sharing this moment with the crowd. The kids that hung around to watch this, Joe, and they're, like you said, Adam Gronlund. Outstanding game by him.
Incredible.
He was unbelievable.
65 saves, and I think everyone of the Champlin Park Rebels will come down and congratulate him, and each can just stay right where he is. And that's passed out in his crease. And of course, they're going to give a big hand to their tender, Aaron Van Josky as well, who saved 41 and played beyond his abilities for many of those overtime periods.
I'll tell you, Joe, I haven't seen two goaltenders in one game play this way for a long time. It was a classic, and it's now in our archives.
Well, absolutely it is, and I will be checking with the State High School League tomorrow to find out exactly what the record is for length of a playoff game. Adam Gronlund certainly dejected, but played an outstanding game, and the important thing I think is it's tough right after the loss, but the Cardinals really have to remember that they were a part of something special here tonight, and it is something they will remember for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, and they can have a tape of it.
It's tough to go out on the losing end, but to play a game that's this close for this long is incredible.
Yeah, like you say, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They'll never forget this moment.
Well, we waited a very, 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 very long time for it. But finally, it was the man right out front, Matt Svensson, tucking the pass underneath Gronlund just before he got taken out by Digger Anderson.
And he won all the money, Joe.
A great setup by number 19, Dustin Wagner. And Svensson ends the 5-hour-long, more than 100, well, it was almost 116 minutes of hockey, just shy, 115 minutes and 59 seconds of hockey was played, to be exact. There's Wagner, great pass, and the presence of mind to bring it back across. He's got Gronlund on the move. He brings him back. He scores. Digger Anderson just a second late, and the Rebels celebrate. And we want to apologize for anybody watching this game. You didn't get to see the whole thing because it was just too much hockey to put into one presentation. But we hope what you have seen this evening you've enjoyed.
We've enjoyed it.
We have certainly enjoyed being a part of this. For all of us here at CTN Sports, thanks for being with us. For Howie Shapiro, who you may have forgot was with us, we haven't seen him since like the second or third period, but he was here to the duration. We want to thank Howie for being our moral support. We want to thank Jerry Grant, and I want to thank you, Joe Yan, saying goodnight.